might be a little bit loud. I apologize.
Because Nick told me to.
Yeah.
Oh, hey!
Clucking the chowds.
No need for more than one clucking the chowds tonight, you guys. I have, not trying to brag, I feel like I've lined it up. You know, I feel like we've really lined it up tonight. Hello and welcome, everybody. Welcome and hello. Hell yeah, dude. It's Thursday, you guys, which means it's vlog day. We made it. It's Thursday. This is, I can't express to you guys enough. What up, Jeremy M? Gunny? Receptor? Muy One Receptor? What up? What up, Brett Michael? Hell yeah. Steve O, Jeremy M, Blue Diamond. It's Joker watching the vlog from the moon. Actually chilling at a tattoo shop right now. Getting tattooed during the stream. You'd love to see that. What up, Johnny Lunchbucket? Lurkin, that's good. What up, Denny? What up, Ronnie? What up, Allie? What up, Tommy Pockets? What up, Willie Brown? Listen, we're chilling, dude. It's vlog day. We're making it happen. Tokugawa's here. Dion's here. Mallory's here. Bell's here. In real life. Shadow Fox, what up? What up, Chris? What up, Ayo Pick? Ayo River. Listen, you guys, hello and welcome. Let's do the damn thing. Hardcore Happy is here. Let's do some two-stepping. Appreciate you guys. And look, I have a very full on, action-packed vlog for you guys planned out tonight. That's right, Dusty Folk. Just trying to get some last-minute birthdays. Dusty Folk, if anybody has a birthday or something for you or your relative or your significant other or something like that, pogo till you pass out. Pogo till you pass out. Birthdays, throw them in the chat. I'll get around to singing happy birthday a little bit later in the vlog, maybe after the news. But let me give you a real quick rundown as far as what's going on, what's coming up tonight. Hi, everybody. We have some opening announcements. We're going to have a beer. We're going to talk about what I've been vaping. We're going to do some Cracklegasms. We're going to do what news. We're going to do retro vaping. We're going to do news because FDA. We are going to sing happy birthday. I have a skosh of mail, liquid tasting bans. Listen, this is a full-on action-packed vlog, and we're trying to not let this go to 4 hours. And I think I know what I need to do. I think I need to yammer less. Really, what this comes down to is I need to yammer less. Oh, original recipe, Tim. Don't think I didn't get you down. Happy birthday, boy. Mini Meat's birthday. Mini Meat. Happy birthday, Mini Meat. That's awesome. I'll get that into the birthday song. Let me take a breath here for a second. But yeah, then we're gonna do some news, mail, liquids, bans. Yep, that's where I left off. That and I just need to yammer less. That and I think what news sometimes goes a little bit too long. I'm just trying to keep a better eye on the segments so that we don't go wild. So that one segment isn't like 45 minutes and then the next segment's like 8 minutes. You know, trying to level this out. Line it up, as they say, as I like to say. I don't think I have a few opening announcements. Prince Andrew got arrested. Did you see that? That's crazy. Prince Andrew got arrested. Sultan got arrested. Norway is holding their former prime minister. They've arrested their former prime minister, all because of the Trumpstein files. But here in the U.S., you know, where they originated from, crickets, crazy. Has anybody? This is just a question, really, rather than an opening announcement. You know, line it up. Someone was saying that the audio was rough in the intro. Corporate Jason, maybe he just needed a restart or refresh, something like that. He said the audio was real bad. So, yep, Chris, yep, Prince Andrew, yep. For the whole, you know, diddling kids thing. Which is, you know, it was interesting when Trump got the news that Prince Andrew had been arrested. He's like, that's very sad. That's very unfortunate. And I'm like, wait, why is it sad? Shouldn't it be serves him right, type of language, or justice is served type of language, not this is very sad day. He seemed really bummed out. I don't really have any opening announcements other than I do want to say due process, wow, important. More important than vaping. Yeah. Think about that for a second. More important than vaping. And then I'm going to tack on to that. Digital IDs are very bad. Really, truly a super bad thing. One of the worst things I can think of. And I wrote Sleep Token down here because, listen, I know I used to trash Sleep Token a lot, and I would make fun of Sleep Token for being an industry plant, for being like a poser metal band. And the other day, I went and I spent some time, and I actually sat and listened like earnestly to some Sleep Token, okay? And I just want to say it's somehow worse than I remember it being. It's just god awful. So fuck Sleep Token again tonight, just because I'm feeling it. I guess I'm in a feisty mood. And the last question I have to pose to the chat this morning: arrested, immediately released, no justice. Oh, good. I love that. No accountability. That's my favorite thing. That's something we've always admired about the FDA, isn't it? CDC, FDA, no accountability. I'm glad that we're continuing that trend. I'm glad we're continuing the zero accountability trend. But hang on. I have a question. Is anybody working on any sort of like anti-drone or anti-robot sort of technology, I'm just trying to think ahead a little bit into the not too distant future when we're actively battling robots. And those little Boston Dynamics dogs, they'll just come running at you with a machine gun on their back. We need some sort of future-y sort of pulse gun, where you just go and it like kills their electronics, so the robots just fall over. Or if you see AI drones above your house, you can just go and it'll, some sort of, I don't know, I'm not a scientist, I'm not an engineer, I can't think of these things, but some sort of, I've seen it in cinema and films, some sort of pulse sonic, you know what I'm thinking of. Rail guns. That's rail guns. Yeah, some sort of EMP gun, like a I want it to make that sound, though. If I see a drone circling above my house and using the cameras that see through your walls now because they can do that, and just some sort of EMP electrical pulse, like in the Matrix where the squids are flying and then they go and they all fall to the ground. That's kind of what I'm after. Can someone get to work on that? Can someone please get to work on that? A well-aimed bow and arrow. Crossbows, yeah. Sure, crossbow. A pew-pew would do it? Would take care of it? Probably would. But I'd like to not be precise with it. I feel like I have to be strict and precise, with a pew-pew. But if I have a phew, then you can kind of just aim it in the direction and it'll only hurt robots. It'll only hurt the Boston Dynamics robots. Phew. The robots just fall over. Just Zeus, X, the Elon Musk's robot, you just unload the dishwasher. Phew. Not like that. Just falls over. Yeah, there might be some... Hi, Shniko. Yeah, she's right here. She thinks it's dinner time. She thinks it's dinner time, so not quite. That's it. That's for the opening announcements. Just something to think about. Some sort of anti-drone, anti-robot, like... kind of... with that sound, preferably... Yeah. The unknown goat. I used to make fun of Sleep Token a lot, and then I laid off a little bit because it's whatever, it's not for me. And so it was just off my radar. There's plenty of bands and stuff I just don't listen to because it's not for me. It's very much a more for you. But for some reason, I find Sleep Token so wholly upsetting to me that I feel the need to trash them as a band. Just to trash them as a band. But maybe we'll lay off Sleep Token a little bit. Hi, Schneeko. I know. I see you too. So we got through some opening announcements right there. Let's shift gears just very slightly. Give me like 20 minutes, Schneeko. Okay? My blind darling. She's completely blind in one eye. Almost completely blind in one eye. I'll feed you in 20 minutes. Let's start this real beer. Hey, you might have seen this on Instagram. This is Jaws of Damnation from Wayfinder. We had a Wayfinder beer recently, maybe last week, maybe the week before, but I don't know that I ever had no rice lager. I don't know anything about rice lagers. Maybe we've had a rice lager before, but a rice lager seems like words together that I've never seen together before. I know what a lager is. I know what rice is. I didn't know you could get rice, or I didn't know you could get a lager rather from rice, but apparently you can, and Wayfinder Brewing has done it. I don't know why I decided to try to peel off that sticker right now. It was just spectacular timing. Rice lager. It's called Jaws of Damnation. Possessed. It says possessed rice lager. Possessed. The Jaws of Damnation. Now, here's the thing. I know nothing about this beer. So I bet you I could search Jaws of Damnation. Yeah, right. First link right on Beer Advocate. Great. We'll come back to that. We're going to pour this real quick. Possessed rice lager. It's light, it's crisp, it's a lager. So bold, it'll leave you screaming for more before it vanishes into the night with a finish that will haunt your taste buds. 16 ounces, that's 437 milliliters, and it's, 5.5%, 5.5%. Okay, sake, okay, that's my bad. I forget that sake is made out of rice. It's distilled from rice, right? I've never had a ruby ale. I've had red ales in the past I wasn't such a huge fan of, but I'd be down to try a good ruby ale. Lots of Japanese lagers use rice. It imparts a light body and subtle flavor. Let's go, K-Stereo. Oh, look at that. Look at that color. Hi, Schneeko. Hello. Is it dinner time yet? Hi, can I put you down? I know. Schneeko is the most majestic creature that's existed on Earth. She's a 13-year-old Schnauzer Dalmatian mix who's blind in one eye, and just the food we feed her, because she's on a super low-fat diet because of pancreatitis issues, the food we feed her makes her fart like crazy. So she's in my office all day long. It just smells like Schneeko dog farts in here 24/7. Look at this color. On camera, it legitimately looks darker. It legitimately looks darker on camera. In real life, it almost looks like water. It almost just barely looks like water. It's going to be super dry. It's going to be a little champagne-y. Here's the thing, Corporate Jason. The card didn't work. They wouldn't let me do it. They even pulled a manager over, and they're like, "Oh, no, something about transferable. I don't think this is going to work. Let me check. Let me go." And then he looked through like a book for a second, and I said, "You know what? There's like a line forming behind me. Like, I'll just take this beer. What is this, like $40? Can I just pay this?" I might give it another run. But, dude, cheers, you guys. What is this again? Jaws of Damnation. Cheers. I hope you got something super delicious next to you. Yep. I can see that. Crispy. Whoa, crispy. That is a crispy beer. Dry. I would describe it as dry. very slightly astringent, like a champagne or something when it dries out your mouth a little bit, astringent in the mouth. It's sweeter than I was expecting, and it does have that kind of like sake type of like distilled rice to it. I don't think I've ever experienced this in a beer before, but it is delicious. Delicious. This is completely drinkable, just easy drinking. I used to say sessionable a lot. Nice coloration for the beer. I'm not against it. I'm not anti it. And, I'm not against any sort of beer color. Whatever color the beer is, I'm fine with it. It was just kind of, I don't know why it was not what I was expecting. I was expecting it to be, for some reason, I saw rice lager, and it immediately made me think of the water that when you're rinsing rice, before it goes in the rice cooker and you're rinsing it, how the water looks when you're rinsing the rice. I was kind of picturing it to be hazy or milky or something like that. It ain't. This is delicious. It's clear. It's so light. It's so light. Crazy light. Dry. Crispy beer. So clean. So clean. This is an unbelievable beer. Jaws of Damnation. This is something, I only ever buy one beer at a time. I never commit to like a full pack or a 4 or 6 pack unless it's something that I go, okay, yeah, I love that. I'm going to drink 6 of those. I would buy like a 24 pack of this for next to the pool. I would buy like a 38 pack Mountain Dew cube of Jaws of Damnation just to drink by the pool in the summer. Delicious. Hey, Georgia, Cyborg. Love you, bro. Hey, my best to you and your wife. Hope you guys are doing well. Dude, this is an incredible beer. I don't know what I would pair with this. I mean, that would kind of work. What's in here? Is this guava jelly? Let's try guava jelly. Let's try some MTL guava jelly. Sorry, I just got to vape that real quick. This is too good. This is a good vape. Exactly, Brett. Yeah, that actually pairs kind of well. Let's try this one. This is Milky Dew. You never know what's going to happen right here. Are you okay, Paul Cole? Look, Milky Dew, I feel like anything will pair with this beer. Anything will pair with this beer. Cinnamon cream, let's go. Yeah, even cinnamon cream pairs with this beer. Everything will pair with this beer. Jaws of Damnation. Hell yeah. Nice. Nicely done. All right, well, here's the thing. Shniko is going to just beg me for dinner. This is just what happens. Usually, my wife is gone at work, which is weird. She had to go to the office today. Pardon me. Burp life. Gross. Pardon me. She had to go to the office today after the dentist. Like, go to the dentist at like 7 a.m, straight to work. That sucks. I feel bad for her having to be in the office. But usually the dogs are in my wife's office right now, and I will hear her scratching at my door. Like every minute or so, for the half hour leading up to dinner time. So if I had a rice pudding vape, has anybody done a rice pudding vape? Oh, Metal Morrissey, don't say that about Paul Cole. Sorry, reading the chat too much, but don't say that about Paul Cole. I don't think Paul Cole has lice. Paul Cole hit a deer today. Did the deer have lice? Possibly. You know, people hitting deers was so common in the Carson Valley that, I mean, you unfortunately saw it all the time. And there was one time we were driving home from youth group. We were at the ripe age of how old were we? 16, maybe 15, 16 years old. And we were driving up the mountain from youth group, and there was a dead deer laying in the road, just in the road. It got hit by a car and the car took off. And so we stopped and pulled over. And I don't know, that was my first ever experience being around a dying animal that's actively dying in front of me. And so me and my buddy Chris, he grabbed part of the antlers, I grabbed part of the antlers, and with all of our strength, slowly drug this giant deer off of the road and onto the side of the road. And, we were very religious at the time, so we prayed for the deer, and then the deer died right in front of us. And that was kind of like a life-changing moment. That's crazy. That is just random memory that just completely popped up because Paul Cole hit a deer. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry about the deer. I'm sorry about your car. I'm glad you're safe. That's really the crucial part of this. Dealing with the insurance. Oh, don't get me started on insurance. It's a little bit of a scam there. Okay. Well, I think I'll feed the dogs now, and we will go actually check in real quickly with Kitchen Guy and Beer Shopping Guy. They both been, vaping all the good setups. Yeah, sure, that tracks. They've been acting weird too. Kitchen Guy's got a little bit of an ego on him, and Beer Shopping Guy just straight up can't listen to instructions. He really needs to apply himself, pay attention, and listen to instructions. But that's neither here nor there. Let's talk about a few things I've been vaping. We're going to check in with, I'll feed the dogs. It's Kitchen Guy. Take it away, Kitchen Guy. Go.
What I've been vaping.
Sup. Good morning. Sup. Good morning from, pardon me. That's fine. That's usually fine. That usually doesn't mean anything. Good morning. Good morning from Kitchen Guy. It's a very dark, rainy, gloomy-ass day today. And got that classic microphone on a knife. I figured Kitchen Guy should use a kitchen utensil to hold the microphone. I'm full of ideas. Listen, I've stolen basically everything. Look, there's some pods out here. Got a Vaporesso Cross 5 Pro 2. I got a Slim Pro 3. I got this. I literally just did a review for this. This is my pick for like a disposable killer. It's the Oxva Slim Stick. It uses pre-filled pods or pre-filled cartridges. This is Cola Ice. Get out of here. The skip around the room Hexome with the Team Single Coil Purple Recoils still going very strong because, I love this setup. I love this RDA, obviously, but I'm biased. It's because of the Twisted Timmy's banana cream on the inside. It is, it's just too good. Shut up. That single coil 2mm airflow. That banana cream is insanely high quality. I still got Golden Boy, just a billet box. Man, when was the last time you rocked just a stock-ass billet box? This isn't even stock. It's got a mission switch on it. It's got the Sarin RBA on the inside, the Early Bird Sarin, the top airflow RBA that sometimes gives me good crackle and sometimes doesn't. Here's the thing. The Stevie's Collective Firefight. No, why do I always say firefight? It's like I can't say Stevie's Collective without saying firefight. I literally always correct myself and go Stevie's Collective Fire or Simulation rather. Yeah, this is Simulation. I've vaped bottles and bottles of Simulation, and I vaped maybe a bottle of Firefight, but for some reason my brain will not let me say Stevie's Collective without also saying Firefight after it. Just, I don't know. Maybe I have some weird neurological disorder. This is Stevie's Collective Simulation Banana Tobacco 6 milligram. And I do get a crackle when it's nice and saturated, but as soon as it starts drying out a little bit, the crackle just disappears. I think this was last week's Very Random Liquid Tasting, or the week before, the Kintsugi that I kept calling Nitsugi, and that's not even close to how it's pronounced. It's Kintsugi. And this is a vanilla milkshake that is... I'm mad. Honestly, that juice upsets me because it's so good. I'm mad at that juice. I'm mad at liking this juice so much. It's delicious vanilla milkshake. Believe it or not, that needs to actually be dripped. It's unbelievable. It's delicious. For some reason, this really gives me a nostalgic feeling, like a 2014 era vanilla milkshake nostalgic feeling. This doesn't taste like a modern e-liquid. It tastes like a throwback liquid that also just happens to be beyond delicious. Beyond delicious. That's so good. And I guess lastly out here, side-by-side RTA. You know, it's like side-by-side RTA life. That's kind of going to be the life for me. I love a side-by-side RTA setup. I try to set them up as often as possible, and I rarely get to use this Proxima because the side-by-side platform on it is so incredibly low that I need a really tall RTA to even just make it to the top of the mod. Forget the giant, long, dorky drip tip that, yeah, obviously, I absolutely love it. But this is the Order RTA. Shout out to you. Yo-Yo TJ Center sent this to me. We built it on Tuesday, and this is another RTA that, like, I didn't know it was good. I didn't know this was a good RTA. It was kind of a pain to build. It's kind of a pain to wick. It's a gravity feeder, which I never, gravity feeders. This is awesome. It's vaping really good. The airflow's nice, it's crispy, it's flavorful. I'm getting some wicked crackle from it. I didn't know. I never knew about the Order RTA. It's mind-boggling to me that I've been in the vape industry for 17 years now, and there's still mountains of RTAs, like rebuildables, pods that I just don't even know exist. I mean, I'm not trying to say like, I'm so important, I should know what's going on, but this is kind of my whole job. It's like my whole career life sphere revolves around vaping and harm reduction in these products and these manufacturers. That's a failing for me. I feel like I'm slipping in my old age. But this isn't slipping. That's delicious. That's unbelievable. That's apricot almond on the inside. Completely delicious. Completely delicious. In fact, I've been vaping this apricot almond, and the other day it like struck me, and I don't know if Steve-O will be offended by this. It's an apricot almond, but this could be sold to me as like an apricot iced tea, or even you might even be able to leave apricot completely out of it and just call it like a sweet iced tea or like a slightly sweet iced tea. It gives me that beveragey vibe, I guess. It feels like I'm vaping or drinking like a peach apricot iced tea. Yeah, I mean, shit, that's delicious. And I love this little pocket banger with a big long drip tip. That's me. That's what I got. There is a cross mini guy out here, but it's empty, and it's just been empty, and it just sits out there empty. That's it. I need to drink some water. I might make myself some tea. I need to take a shower. I got a lot of stuff to do. Kitchen guy has to line it up today. In fact, we all need to line it up today. Beer shopping guy is going to line it up today, and that's who I'm throwing it to directly right now. We're going to go live. Throw it to beer shopping guy. Take it away, beer shopping guy. Go.
Holy effing rain. Look at this, dude.
Yeah, I don't know. It's never quite as impressive when I try to film it, but it's raining like crazy. Check on your Southern California friends. It's really chilly here today.
What's up? Oh, sorry, I didn't introduce myself. It's car guy, hence the steering wheel / beer shopping guy, sitting in the parking lot at Total Wine and More. I just went and did some beer shopping, and I don't know what I willingly bought a sour. Okay, look, what's wrong with me? I got some of these too, just because it sounded good. Yeah, I willingly bought a sour. It's a Blue Raz. Blue Raz. Who am I? Who is this person? Blue Raz sour. I bought a Blue Raz sour. That, I don't know, that doesn't sound like something I would do. Listen, I'm not going to show you the whole beer stash, but I did want to show you how could I pass on this? Prairie Artisan Ales King Nut. I just wish, with all the wishes that I had, at least right now, that every Prairie Artisan Ale like 13 to 14% ABV. I couldn't find a good Prairie Artisan Ale beer that wasn't under 13% ABV. Anyway, I got some beers for the next few weeks. I'm excited about that. There's an Oxva Neck Slim. No, not Neck Slim. This is just the Oxva Slim Go. And for car-related reasons, hands-free. Hands-free. Driving, eyes on the road, hands-free. Hands-free. Checking my mirrors, hands-free. Checking my blind spot, hands-free. That's why I love this thing. It also vapes awesome. But if I want to really cloud chase the car, we have to bring the Snowcap Crevasse. What is it called? It's like the Crevasse R18 or something like that. Anyway, it's the new Snowcap. I literally just did a review for this, and someone in the comments of that video said that I was putting my squonk bottle in incorrectly, but that's the way it came to me. And I kind of feel like that's the only way it really fits in here. I don't know. Maybe my squonk bottle positioning is wrong, but I have Sully's on the inside. Team Single Coil Recoil 3. This blue drip tip that I love. A little bit of crackle maybe. Huh? It's a little bit like a head of lettuce, right? This is not an official submission to the Cracklegasm. Tasting awesome, vaping awesome. Sully's is on the inside. The cherry lime cola, I love the hell out of it. For some reason, I like cloud chasing when it's cold outside, because the vape just lingers a little bit in the air, and I like that. I'll crack a window before I actually start driving, so don't worry about my safety. Anyway, that's it. That's it for me. Let me do a Mr. Rogers here. I'm going to just get back. I got to get these beers back in the fridge. Office guy's waiting for me. He's blowing me up, texting me, where are you? Where are you? Where are you? I hope you're not sitting in the car talking to my subscribers. Anyway, I'm going to throw it right back to the guy that's been hounding me. It's office guy. Take it away, office guy. Go.
Do you see what I mean by the attitude? Do you see what I mean by the attitude? Beer shopping guy. He's got a little bit of attitude on him there. It's an Oxva Slim Ultra. It's not my favorite pod, but this is a brand new Slim pod, and I didn't have a battery, so it's in the Ultra. But the Ultra, listen, I know most of us are hobby guys, right? We all rebuild, we all squonk, we all have hexomes, right? Pods have come a really long way, and Oxva's new shit is the nicest shit I've ever seen. Their batteries are legitimately like next level quality feeling batteries. This feels like a permanent piece of tech that I'll keep and that's not going to die on me, in a year like some other pods will. I seriously, Oxva pods, you guys. Oxva pod batteries are out of control. You saw this. That's the Sparrow from Early Bird in mouth to lung mode, 0.11 millimeter mouth to lung mode in there. Freaking amazing. Freaking amazing. Freaking amazing. I'm going to have a review for this soon. Freaking amazing. Cranky from LA traffic. No, I don't really get LA traffic around the valley. It's only when I have to go to anywhere in LA proper, like Hollywood or Beverly Hills or any of those neighborhoods. That's where traffic lives. This has just been getting a metric shit ton of use. Cinnamon cream. I love this setup. I just love it. The black and green Regenesis with the black and green Recoil 3 on there, the Re3 coil, big upside down cross fire bar. This is just banging 9,000. maybe 10,000. Maybe more thousands than that. I'm not really sure. I got 2 squanks going. Squonk. Where'd the clip go? Where'd the clip go? Where'd the clip go? I should have this queued up already.
Squonk.
Yeah, there it is. Okay. There it is. We heard it.
Squonk.
Yeah, okay. Squonk. M18 Curve. This is a squonk I didn't know existed, and I didn't know I would love, and I didn't know would become like my favorite squonker of the year so far. I just like the matchy. I love the guava jelly on the inside, and the combination of the 3D printing with the solid aluminum door, it just gives this a really nice hand feel. Aluminum door goes in my hand, against my palm. Pow. Get out of here. I mean, get out of here. Just whatever, little crackle happening there. Just did a review for this kitchen or beer guy had this as well, and I had to steal it back from him. Sully's, you already heard all about this. God, that's good. God, that's good. This is one of those, it all came together. I love this airflow. I love this hand feel. I love this flavor. I love the build I have in here. I love the crackle that I'm getting from it. Busting. It's busting. And the last thing I've been going on is, it's the Hexome Zoo SE RDA combo. The white and the orange and the gray, and the white and the orange and the gray is my favorite thing ever in the history of time. Shout out to Punk Rock Vapor over there on YouTube. Mr. Punk Rock Vapor reminded me that the Bonza RTA came with a white drip tip, and that pulled this whole setup together. That pulled this entire setup together. There is a honking giant. I wish I could show you how giant. I don't think you can see that coil in there. Look at this coil. Look at this freaking giant coil. 6 millimeter coil in there. The ramp up time is like nothing you can imagine. It's so long. It feels like a 2015 era mech that I need to purge for 30 to 45 seconds before I can get to that like really sweet part of the wattage curve, But the flavor is out of control on this coil. Out of control on this coil. But the ramp up, oh man, the ramp up. The ramp up. Dude, Shan B. Are you talking about Shan B, Janky? Are you talking about Shan B? Damn right I remember Shan B and Stack. In fact, I still have, I hope you're talking about Shan B. I still have a Shan B creation in here somewhere. In my desk. She made me no, I'm not going to be able to find it. Way back in the day, Shan B made me a voltage reader, because once upon a time, nothing we vaped had any voltage readings on it whatsoever. Everything was mechanical. And so this was a way to check the resistance, in a little digital display. It had a 510 threading, and then the 510 threading almost exactly to like what Vape Zoo released recently that shows you the wattage or the resistance settings. Yeah. I got to meet Shan at some vape show. What show was it? I don't remember what show it was that I met Shan B, but it's fun. Yeah, Shan B. That's funny. She came up a lot. She comes up a lot still frequently. Rice lager. Who knew? Who knew about rice lagers? But that's what I've been vaping. It's kind of a little all over the place. I only have one like really solid mouth to lung RTA going right now. I've got a few other things back here that aren't not getting vaped that do need to be taken down, or at least head off into no man's land before they get completely taken down. But that's me, which means it's time to get to you guys. Let's do a little bit of a Cracklegasm, shall we? No. Even louder, man. It's heavy. That could be a good hardcore song. It could be a sick breakdown in there. So, look, I've got some crackles, but the first thing, this is something I've been procrastinating. Yeah, now I'm not going to be able to find them. Typical GrimmGreen. Oh, for real? Oh, whoa. Did I delete them? That's typical, dude. I found like 2 things on the internet I wanted to share with you, and then I've been saving them for actual weeks. Actual weeks and weeks in this folder, and now they're just gone. And I know I'm going to find them later and be mad. Son of a bitch. I can't believe that. Oh, no. Okay, here they go. Here we go. There was 2 people on Reddit. The vaping subreddit. I don't know if anybody goes to the vaping subreddit. I don't know if anybody goes to Reddit just in general. I'm a fan, I read it daily. I don't know that I would call myself a Redditor because I don't really super interact. I don't post a lot of comments, but I go to Reddit every single day. Yeah, dude, I go to Reddit every single day. And the vaping subreddit, dude, is kind of having a little bit of a resurgence right now. And I wanted to call out this person for making a good post that made me chuckle. Mephisto420. I don't know who Mephisto420 is over there. It says, I got this weird disposable from my local shop. Can someone tell me how to use it? And then posts like the dream, like the nicest, clear, beautiful Delro. And you can see like the lipo, you can see the board, you can see the boro on the inside. That's like the sickest setup. I want that setup so bad. This is purely a jealousy post. Purely a jealousy post. Mephisto posted this on Reddit. It was the first thing on my homepage, and I went, that jerk. What a cool device. What a cool vape. What a cool ass vape setup. So shout out to you, Mephisto. This is sick. I don't know what RBA that is. He might have said on the post later on, but I do not know what RBA that is. If anybody's got a good eye. You don't like being able to see the lipo? You hate being able to see the lipo? Yeah, well, different preferences, I suppose. I'm an exposed battery guy, so I like being able to see the exposed battery, even if it's a lipo. Even if it's a lipo, I want to see it. And then this guy, I actually don't know who posted this because there's not a name attached to it, but this is a person after my own heart. I never thought about 3D printing ridiculous drip tips. Look at this 3D printed ridiculous drip tip. I immediately, want one, super jealous. I wish I knew who this was. But look at this drip tip. 3D printed a ridiculous drip tip, and I can't stop laughing. Don't laugh. There's no need to laugh. Ridiculous drip tips are something to be embraced. Ridiculous drip tips are something to be cherished, to be revered, I feel. This Twitch chat's really small tonight. I'm gonna make you guys bigger. Is that too big? Twitch chat too big? Let's shrink it down maybe a little bit. Maybe that's good. I love this dude. I don't know who that is, but they printed a ridiculous drip tip. I immediately want one. They made the Hogwarts vape wand. It absolutely looks like a wand. It looks like Expelliarmus. So those have been sitting here, and I really wanted to share them and call out those people from Reddit for, just I like seeing the vaping subreddit being alive again. It felt like vaping subreddit was dead for a really long time, but it seems to be like good now. You know, no, people are posting. People are posting. Sorry, just occasional vape breaks. Now, let's do some Cracklegasms. We should hear the song again, though.
America, this is you.
God, the ska banger of the '90s. I'll never get over that. But let's check in with Mark. I think I got Mark here from the United Kingdom. Hang on, Mark. Hang on. You're not even on the screen yet, bro. I'll never understand Apple. Mark Hughes. I know he's from the United Kingdom. He's in the United Kingdom at this moment, I believe. Oh, what's up, Hanky Panky? What's up, Hanky Panky? Chillin', bro. Chillin'. Yeah. Havana. Oh. Mark. Vapes through it. Mark. That's a really good crackle, dude. You know, and the sign of a good crackle, listen to this. It doesn't stop crackling until he takes his finger off the button. I have many crackles that when they're saturated, like I was talking about with, Kitchen Guy, when it's saturated, it's very crackly. And then as soon as you start vaping through it and the liquid starts getting vaporized, the crackle just disappears. This is how you can tell it's a good crackle, because the crackle is relentless until he takes his finger off the button. The jettisoning vapor is a good sign too. Vaping through it like a boss. Like a boss. You know, Rice, here's the thing. It's a delicate balance of... There's many different ways to get crackle. There's particular cottons that I was sent by Gentleman's Crackle Channel that will produce, a crackle of sorts. But there's also different types of crackles, and this is among my favorite because it's a little bit lower pitched, feels a little bit rumblier, like you could feel it while you're vaping it. Yeah. That I agree, Steve-O. That is a baller ass crackle. Mark, you got a baller ass crackle. Baller ass crackle. Is that like sick fucking metal logo? Mark, I mean, this is a baller. That's a baller crackle. We got a gunny. There's a gunny here. This is a dwarf. I put it in the title. It's a 0.34 ohm single coil at 44 watts. This is Gunny's dwarf crackle. Gunny, you in the chat tonight, Gunny? That gets some okay crackle. Okay crackle. Yeah, exactly. Is Twitch being shitty? Oh yeah, bacon roll. Bacon roll goes a long way too. So as Steve-O has pointed out in the chat, dual core aliens, those are kind of the coils for crackle. Those like 2-core aliens. Also depending on the gauge and just like that. Let's hear Gunnies.
Inside Paper. It's the trade magazine for the paper industry. My ugly mug on the front. Oh no.
0.34?
Embarrassing.
Oh. Yep.
My ugly mug on the front. Oh no. Embarrassing. Embarrassing.
Higher pitch. It is crackly. It's almost like a cross between, when he's firing it just regularly, it sounds like a cross between the head of lettuce in a hydraulic press and dragging a brick, the dragging a rock sound. It kind of has that vibe to it. But when he vapes it, Gunny, when you vape it, it's like, it's super poppy. Super poppy. We can keep showing your face over and over again. It sounds poppier as you're vaping it.
Embarrassing.
That Gunny, that's a perfectly serviceable crackle.
Ugly mug on the front. Oh no.
This is you know how they call people showers, not growers, or growers, not showers. This is one of those. It's better on the vape than it is raw.
Embarrassing.
Airflow changes a crackle. Airflow will change a crackle, I think. Everything's buffering? I'm sorry. I wish I had a solution for Twitch, but I don't. I promise I'm on the good internet. It should be fast. You want me to run a speed test real quick? Is that my fault? You run an internet speed test real quick? I don't know if that affects Twitch or not. I'll just have DuckDuckGo do it real fast. Go. Just gonna run a real quick internet speed test here real quick. I don't know if that's coming from me. I don't know if that's a Twitch thing. See, we're doing pretty good here. I got a really fast download speed. Let's see what my upload speed is real quick, okay? It's still pretty great. I mean, I'm going to go ahead and say that it's not me. I'm going to go ahead and say that it's not my fault. I only have my settings set to 1920 by 1080. I don't stream in 4K anymore. And here's my upload speed. 908 megabits per second, I feel like is super fast. I feel like that's pretty fast. I feel like I'm able to broadcast pretty quickly. I don't think I can change my settings while I'm streaming. Yep, yeah, I can't change it. Should I turn this off? Let's turn that off. Let's see if that works. Let's see if that helps anybody out. I turned off broadcast high quality video setting. Maybe that'll help. I'm not sure. But what we should do is Frank is vaping with Frank in the chat. Frank submitted through via Instagram. So this is a screen recording. Hand check first. Dreamer clutch. That's the Reload Vapor Reload S RDA. That's a good RDA. I think it's the Reload S. Let's listen to Frank. Yeah. He doesn't vape through it. That's solid ass. It's like borderline lettuce, but also borderline taser. If you're getting tased by that sound. It's like a lettuce taser. I think this is the only time where I've ever thought, I wish he would have vaped through that. I want to hear what that sounds like in a vape. I want to see what that feels like in a vape. What up, Stephen L? Listen to Frank right here. This is kind of rare RDA crackle. It's still single coil. Reload S Pro. This is a perfectly serviceable crackle as well. It's borderline. You know, it's borderline. Or almost like, you know what it is? It's Velcro. It's freaking Velcro, bro. It sounds like I'm just tearing open my Velcro wallet from 1994. That's Velcro. This is straight up Velcro crackle. Velcrackle. No, forget I said that. Velcro crackle. That is Velcro crackle. That is Velcro crackle. That sounds like those firework fountains. With the crackle in them. That's Velcro. Straight up Velcro. Tasered. You tasered a lettuce once? Did it sound like this? That's Velcro crackle. That's Velcro crackle, baby. Yeah, that is a badass setup. That is a badass setup. Look at it. Pause right here. No. Hand check that. The Dreamer Clutch even. Is that the Dreamer Clutch? Dude, that's the Dreamer Clutch with the Reload S Pro RDA. That's a sick setup. And the gold drip tip. Get out of here. That gold flaky drip tip. I'm calling this Velcro crackle. Yeah, Velcroackle. Gotti. Velcroackle. High-pitched Velcro crackle. That is Velcro crackle. It is that cross though between lettuce and it's the lettuce taser. That is the lettuce taser. By a mile. All right. I got two more here. Let's check in with hang on here, Corbin. I don't know if I had an email from Corbin. Yeah, there it is. The Pandemic RDA on top of the Purge Reinforcer Mech. Triple 28 gauge nichrome 90 cores. Triple 28 gauge nichrome 90 cores with 38 gauge nichrome 80 aliens. He spun up himself. Corbin. Hang on. This is a quick video. Let's see what's going on. Corbin, maybe your mic just wasn't catching it. Oh, yeah, there it is. Yeah. Yeah, see, that's peak RDA crackle. Peak RDA crackle. The vape on it is awesome. I bet that's incredible to vape. But it honestly like, it's like the dual coil version of Frank's. It's a little bit lower pitched. It's doubled up. And it still has that like Velcro-y rumble to it. That's good. Look at that explosion of vapor. I like this one, Corbin. Out of all of them, I think I'd like to vape this one. Corbin, you just like the vape in slow motion. That's cool. Only vapors would understand this picture. Is that tube on fire? Only vapors would get this. This is a good crackle, Corbin. It's like multiple heads of lettuce getting crushed in a hydraulic press. Like I pictured big heads of lettuce, you know, like the size of a spare car tire, just a honking head of lettuce, just mutant head of lettuce getting crushed in a hydraulic press. That is a rumble. That is yeah, I'd say that rumble. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, those molten balls of lava just popping off. That's one of my favorite things ever besides glowing coils is the vapor explosion. I felt like it was my pastime to like film slow-mo vapor explosions. That's what we should do next, slow-mo vapor explosions. Corbin, high quality. I got one more here from Cody. Cody, oh wait, Corbin had an email too. Oh, we saw that. Cody had he says, Cracklegasm Recoil V3 Team Single Coil, the only single coil RDI I mess with. And that's coming from Cody Taylor. So, high praise. Straight banger. Let's hear it, Cody. Let's hear it. 0.23. Cody. That's single coil RDA crackle I've never heard before. That is crack hole. And he vapes through it, and it just gets more intense. It's not Janine's crackle, though. You know, not much can hold up to that. Dude. Oh, Cody. Dude, you're in the chat. Dude. This crackle, though. I think it's like Cody or Mark. I think I like Mark's just a little bit more, only because it's lower pitched. Mark's is crackly, it's poppy as hell, but it's high pitched. Cody's is low. That's a low crackle. I don't know who's going to win the night. I think it's going to be Cody. I think I'm going to choose Cody. Lots of good entries tonight. Frank, Gunny, Corbin, Mark, thank you for entering. Thank you for sharing with us. But that is wild RDA crackle. Wild RDA crackle. Oh, that's Frank. Single coil. Janine's. Here's the thing. Janine might end up winning the whole damn thing. You know, she just might end up winning the whole damn thing. Taco Goa, I want to hear your crackle. I want to hear everybody's crackle. That's the point. I want to hear it. I want to hear a crackle. Oh, we did the 2 Reddit posts. I can stop writing that down every week. You guys, thank you for submitting those crackles. This will eventually someday possibly turn into an actual competition where we'll crown some sort of crackle king of the country, something like that. I don't know what to do about categories because RTA crackle is different from RDA crackle, and that might be getting into the nitty-gritty like minutia of it. But I still think that we're gonna pick a winner. You vote Mark? You vote Mark? Okay. Mark wins the day? Dang, okay, well here's the thing. The crowd has chosen Mark, and this is a great crackle. Yeah, that's a taser. Listen to this. That's lower pitched. I immediately like it. Okay. I'll give that to you guys. Mark rules. That was a good crackle. It's okay. Maybe we'll have 2 winners tonight. Maybe Mark and Cody can both take home the crackle, On this vlog, GrimmGreen said that I had the best crackle. That's street cred. That's street cred. You could go just to people in public and just say, "Hey, did you know that GrimmGreen liked my crackle more?" They'll go, "What? That's really?" Street cred. You're like, "Yeah, I know. It's whatever. It's no big deal. No big deal. It's whatever. Just had the best crackle. Had the best crackle on the stream. You don't even know." Yeah, no one can compete with Jen. No one can compete with Janine. Janine's automatically wins some sort of like, I don't know, best in show type of award. All right, we're an hour in. That seems like a good time to I am working on new intros so that I do not have to use the AI slop intros anymore. They just annoy me. I had like a 3-week-long love affair with all things generative AI, and then it immediately became like my least favorite thing on earth. So I need a new intro for that sort of what news. Here's the thing. Here's another thing. I don't have a lot of what news tonight. Did you guys know about JEFFTUBE? Just because I want there to be some sort of accountability, justice. It really does feel like there are large groups of extraordinarily wealthy people who kind of get to do whatever they want and never have to answer to anybody ever. The law just simply doesn't apply to people who make enough money. And that's not a world I want to live in. I want people who do horrible things to be held accountable for them. Do you guys know about JEFFTUBE? We're not going to watch any of these videos, obviously, but you can go to jmail.world/JEFFTUBE, and this is literally all the videos, every video that they've released from the Epstein files. That's weird. Why is there a sonogram in here? Who knows? Why did he have a dentist's office on the island? One can only speculate. Great. Yeah, videos. Every video in the files is in here, and it's set up like a YouTube account. All the questions, all the comments are from FBI agents. They're all like 13-second clips. This one seems fairly innocuous, just from the island, I'm assuming. Couldn't tell you what's going on there, but all these exist. More than that, it's all in one spot now. So you can look at the J drive, you can look at the J photos, you can look at J mail. This is every photo from, including, it's broken out by like, oh, look, we can look at all the pictures of Bill Clinton. Oh, look at that. Look, we can look at all the pictures of Kevin Spacey that exist in here. Mick Jagger? Sure. Trump? 4 pictures? Noam Chomsky? Woody Allen? Dershowitz? Just 1 picture of Alan Dershowitz and Jeffrey Epstein. That's fine. This is an incredible resource if you wish to be exposed to horrors, man-made horrors beyond our comprehension. Man-made horrors beyond our comprehension. And the best part, seemingly nobody's doing anything. If it wasn't for Thomas Massie and Ro Khanna, this would probably have already been swept under the rug. Thank God for Thomas Massie and Ro Khanna. In fact, I'm so into this Ro Khanna Thomas Massie team up that I legitimately want them to run together. President, Vice President, 2028, Ro Khanna, Thomas Massie, Ro Khanna. Either way, those guys together, Those guys are patriots. Thomas Massey, patriot. Well, Woody Allen is a disgusting fucking human being from the start, just from the jump, bro. Just from the jump, Woody Allen is disgusting. He married his 12-year-old stepdaughter. Like, what is wrong with you? And he just continued making movies and continued being like a New York City socialite. And everyone's like, oh, that's Woody Allen. He's the 12-year-old diddler. And they're like, yeah, but have you seen his movies about New York? It's Woody Allen. No, that's not okay. Sorry, not sorry. And it's getting to the point where like the world is seeing this. Kids are seeing this. There's teenagers in high school watching all of this unfold, wondering why nobody is being held accountable for abusing children. The world is seeing this. We look foolish. The U.S. looks foolish. Foolish. I'll put a link to this in the description. Absolutely. Times infinity. But here, if we're going to trash AI just a little bit, have you guys heard of Geospy? There's a few AI things I've seen recently that I think are going to be the downfall of civilizations, and Geospy is one of them. In that Geospy, for law enforcement, no, nothing wrong with that. Geospy essentially lets you upload any random photo, like this photo of a truck, and it will use AI to find where this building is. It'll find where these buildings are. It'll find where this building is, and it'll try to match it up on Google Maps and give you a geolocation of a photo that nobody intended to be geolocated. You could take a picture in your car, and it'll find surrounding landmarks and certain patterns of telephone poles and go, oh, well, that's in San Francisco. That's right here. I can tell just from the corner of this building exactly where this person is, exactly where this photo was taken. Man-made horrors beyond our comprehension. For people who enjoy things like privacy, this is horrific. This is horrific. This is beyond horrific. This is the most horrific shit. Horrific shit. This is kind of the worst thing ever. Not kind of the worst thing ever. Most likely one of the worst things ever. And they try to sell it to you as like it's going to be it's like the Ring cameras trying to find the dogs. It's being sold to you as like, well, we'll help you find your dog, and we're never going to use this technology to spy on you or invade your privacy in any way. It's just for finding dogs, okay? It goes to law enforcement. You get put in a database, but it's just for finding dogs, okay, Ring Cam? If you haven't yet, burn your Ring Cam. Rip them off your house and throw them into a lake. Or the ocean if you're close. I got one last what thing. Oh, okay, here's the thing I'm just going to link to. But are you aware that there's an AI documentary coming out? Look at this shit. I was going to sit here and watch this whole trailer, but I think I'll get in trouble from Twitch.
Once it goes wrong, it can go quite wrong.
Okay, so there's a documentary coming. I've watched this trailer at least 1,000 times. The AI doc, or How I Became an Apocalyptimist. And it's basically showing the very best that AI can do and the absolute worst scenarios that could possibly happen with artificial intelligence and autonomous robots and things like that. Everybody should watch this trailer. Everybody should probably go see this movie as well. I'll put a link to this in the description, in the chat, anywhere you want to go. It'll be there. The last thing, listen to this. Listen to this. This is gonna destroy the fabric of society by a lot. Are you aware of this? Did you know this was a thing? I knew this was a thing in 2024 because people were getting fake phone calls from Joe Biden saying things like, don't vote, don't go to your polling place the day after the vote, and so you don't have to vote. It was trying to get people to not vote using Joe Biden's voice, just cold calling people. Now you can clone voices that actually sound real, not robotic, fully human. Oh, fun. Oh, good. No one will hoodwink other people with this in any way.
This is the best text-to-speech generator you can use right now.
You can easily clone anyone's voice.
It's so good at handling emotions.
It can even do accents and different languages.
You can even prompt the exact voice you want.
It works with low VRAM and is super fast.
Good one. Okay, fine. I'm just gonna leave this sock monkey here. Goodbye.
Okay, yeah. I resent you. I love you. I respect you. But you know what? You blew it. And thanks to you.
明日のプレゼン資料まだ完成してない.
It's okay.
야, 오늘 점심에 뭐 먹을지 생각해봤어?
Hey, you dropped your calculus notebook? I mean, I think it's yours, maybe?
Oh,
What I hate most about this is that it's going to be really easy to hoodwink people, including me. And I don't want to be hoodwinked. I don't want to watch AI-generated stuff. I'm never going to pay money to watch AI-generated stuff. But this could be used as voice acting in like a cartoon or an anime or something. And we'd be watching it and not even know that the voices that we're hearing aren't real human voices. And I don't like anything about that. Burn it down. Yeah, you could clone my voice and make me say anything. Exactly, Cody. You could clone my voice and create an entire vlog where all I do is praise Sleep Token. All I do is praise Sleep Token, praise Big Tobacco, praise the FDA. You could theoretically, I've got 17 years worth of thousands of videos all over the internet, not even just limited to my YouTube. They're everywhere on every social media platform I'm a part of. All you'd need is 5 minutes from any vlog to most likely completely clone my voice, make me say whatever you want. That feels, to me, bad. I feel like that's, I don't know another word to say. It seems bad. It seems a little bit like an invasion of my privacy, a little bit. It wouldn't actually be me saying it, so there's that. But I still don't like it. I don't like this. Selling the rights to use their voice. Yeah, and that's what upset me about the Obi-Wan series on Disney Plus was that Vader was just James Earl Jones and basically a James Earl Jones soundboard. They recorded all of James Earl Jones's dialogue and then created an AI Vader that now can be Vader's accurate voice for eternity, but it's not James Earl Jones. And I don't know how I feel about that. Genuinely, I would kind of rather have an impersonator do it. Like they did with Rick and Morty. Just have voice actors come in and be Rick and Morty suddenly. And it works. And it sounds great. And you go, oh, good. There's people working, voice actors working. I don't want any of this. Unsigned, unsubscribe, please. Don't want any of that. I don't want Geospy. I don't want AI voices. I don't want generative AI videos anywhere near actual real entertainment made by humans. That's what I want. It's a little bit creepy. And, there's no one to say that, like, you could make me say pretty horrific things. And then I'd have to get on the internet and go, no, that's not me. That's an AI YouTube. That's an AI generator that's just cloned my voice. Hopefully, AI will make everybody way more skeptical. Hopefully AI will just make everybody way more skeptical. Question everything you see, question everything you hear. It's unfortunate that that's the way we have to live, but because of generative AI, I feel like you can't trust anything. Yeah, Facebook's going to have an AI that keeps dead people posting, that will keep dead people posting. Burn it down. Burn it down to the ground. Burn it way down. I would be enraged if suddenly my dad popped up on Facebook and started posting again. I don't know how I keep accidentally unlocking this, but it happens frequently. I would be enraged. I would be enraged. Times infinity. All right, let's move on from the what news. That was too much what news already. That was too much what news as it is. Let us now. I don't think I should bio break right now. I should wait, right? I might stand up and bio break. I'm going to feed the dogs, or I'm going to free the dogs rather from their crates. And we're going to get into, maybe we're going to fuck with a little bit of, it's almost 5 p.m. Let's go. GrimmGreen reviews a vape thing that he's never even tried before. It's retro vaping. That's the weird mashup retro vaping bumper. Okay, hang on. I promise I will be right back right now. GrimmGreen reviews a vape thing that he's never even tried before. Yeah, we're going to do a retro vaping tonight. I've mixed it up a little bit. So we're not just looking at the same two things that, continuously do not get chosen for a retro vape. I mix it up a little bit. There's going to be a new poll in the chat. Rantro? Nope. We're going to do 1, 2, 3, or cheaper for the retro vaping, I think. And this will be 3 full minutes. One, two, three, please vote. Polls in the chat right now. Polls in the chat. Literally right now. In fact, I'll turn down this and we'll turn this on. Get you some voting music. 1, 2, 3, or the mystery box. 1, 2, 3, or the mystery box. A 1, 2, 3, or the mystery box. A 1, 2, 3, or the mystery box. I'm going to preemptively get a trash can, get some coils. Hi, buddy. I know, Schmurphy. Good boy. What are we looking at? I don't even know what we're looking at here. What is this? What are those? What are those things? Everybody voting? Who does number 2 work for? Always the mystery box. Wow, 1 getting no love. That RDA never gets any love. Never gets any love on the retro vaping. I don't know where we can take retro vapings that don't get any love, you know? I don't know. See, I've managed to accidentally unlock this and change the theme. I changed the screensaver by accident. Yeah, change the vaping animation. There we go. Let's into this. There we go. Great. Ooh. Yep, that's true. I'll put it in the mystery box. Because the mystery box, it like basically remains undefeated. If there's a mystery box available, it's like we just can't help ourselves. We gotta vote for the mystery box. We'll do another Oops All Retro Vapes. It'll just be retro vapes that never made it to the fiddle them, first place loser bracket. Yeah, maybe I'll fiddle them. But maybe one of these days, it's just going to be just this out here. So be like, okay guys, vote. And you can only vote for number 1. And that's it, like number 1. That's it. 2 in the mystery box are battling it out, which is almost what I predicted. Thank you, 2 people, for voting. Oh, yeah, there it is. There it is. The mystery box. The mystery box won. Off you guys go. Sorry, what was number 2? I don't know. We'll never find out. I don't know. Here's what's in it's like a shredded mystery box now. It has been jammed into that little stand at least 1,000 times. I need a new mystery box. What? What is that? What is this? A Mason 24mm Gemini Series 2 in stainless steel? Still in the box? What is this? What the hell even is this? Yeah, that's right. I even got a little... Look, we can use this cotton bacon. We got cotton bacon bits. We got some bob wire. We got some POW. POW. This is the Mason 24. The voting is over, so it's time to... We'll just turn on some lo-fi chilled beats while I build this out, Mason 24. I don't know what the Gemini, I did not keep up with the Mason RDAs, really. Didn't keep up with them. I may have tried one of the Masons. I'm sure I have a YouTube video if it wasn't deleted. Whoa. Ugh. Hey. Yeah, the deck's gone. Shit, the deck's gone. It's hanging out with the Wasp Nano MTL RTA. I will say the threads on this RDA are sketchy. I can't even thread this down in here. It gets stuck. I cannot get this to thread down straight. Nope. That's as far as down as it'll go. Shit. That's as far down as that'll go on there. All right. All right. So, here we go. We can course correct real quick. I think I was able to thread it down onto this okay. Okay, okay. Pow, Mason. 24 millimeter. It's a velocity deck. It's got slots and it's got an internal, big old internal AFC, as well as, you know, all the heat sinks at the top. Like these are meant to keep heat away from the mouth, from the area. Mason 24. And hang on, there's a thready metal drip tip if I wanted to use it. The drip tip threads out. Huge bore. Huge. Wow, that threads out. I don't know when this came out. I'd love to do some, where's Ern? Where's my guy in the chair? I need someone to do some Googling. When did the Mason 24mm Gemini Series 2 come out? I don't even remember the Gemini series. I don't remember that being a thing. Here's the thing. Here's the problem. I need a set of coils. You know my big gripe with coil builders these days? I'm just kidding. Let's do these, except look at those. These are going to come in from the side. It's a classic velocity style deck with a Phillips head. So I'm going to use something wide in here and it's just going to smash them down. I'm going to use the pack-in recoil multi-core Claptons. The Thundercloud guys. Nice. Wide open. With arms wide open, under the fall, we're gonna take you there, we're gonna, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, hell yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, you're a hell of an Oya. Did you not make your trip? Did you get your trip? Dude, Oya, yeah, Oya rules. Oya's a high quality human being. Whoa, these are a little bit farther apart than I thought. Well, we're going to get a spaced coil whether we want it or not. We're going to get a spaced coil, and those screws are just going to come in from the side and wreck this. Wreck this. Let's try our best to keep it, you know. And here's the thing. This isn't the best way to do this. I could have done this 1,000 different ways, but just twist the coil on its own. Twisted the coil on its own. That bottom leg's already twisted up. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't see any wonk. I wish I did. I just don't see any wonk. I don't even know if I could fix this wonk. We're gonna try, baby. No, those aren't close enough. It's not close enough. It's too close to the edge of the deck. try to get this closer to the deck. It's weird that there's not more room in this. Okay, this is not okay, at least it's within the confines of the deck now, but it is spaced. It's spaced. It's spaced. I had a feeling that was going to happen. Spaced. Spaced. Wonk. Heaven. How, Mr. Kummenstein, which, lol. But also, how did velocity decks get so popular? Velocity decks were like the most popular decks. Everybody was cloning velocity decks, velocity decks, velocity decks. And I have the same problem with them then and I do now, and that is the screws come in from the wrong side to capture fat wires. With round wire, it was never going to be an issue with a velocity deck. Whoops, Dickie Mo. Dickie Mo! Where's Dickie Mo? They got so popular. I think it's because of the round wire days, and I think people just, if I added a wrap to this, it would have spanned the distance without having to be spaced out. But as it stands, man, that is close to those posts. But as it stands, it's going to be a little bit spaced. It's going to be a little bit wonky. I feel like I saw this coming a mile away. And here's the thing, dude. These recoil coils, I didn't have super high hopes for them when Thundercloud said they were going to release recoil coils. But they actually vape really nice. Yeah, velocity decks kind of butt. Go in there. I'm just manhandling this right now at this point. Manhandling. Velocity decks. Someone explain that one to me. Okay. 1, 2. Take him up. Perfect. Now this next one's going to be the hard cut. Because of that. Take him up. Ooh. That one's going to need to be vacuumed up. That one's going to need to be vacuumed up. Okay. Well, one side has substantially more wonk than the other. Dude, one of these, this is Mason, come on now. That side looks good. Evenly spaced. This side, it kind of sucks. Let's see if this will even fire. We might be... Okay, that's going to fire. They're reading a 0.13 at the moment. Wonk extravaganza happening right here. Thank you, Red Anxiety. Thank you. Wonk gives it personality. Exactly, Rice. See, here's the thing. Here's the shorthand in the GrimmGreen sphere is whenever we cut leads, I always shout Dickie Mo, because that is to remind me that happened to Dickie Mo. He stepped on a wire that he just let go flying right into his foot. You know, had to actually go and get it medically cared for. And so ever since then, every time I clip a lead, I shout Dickie Mo and I try to block it, but sometimes they just take off. Occasionally they just take off. But that's the Dickie Mo of it. It's Dickie Mo reminds us about safety. I think these are going to glow without a strum. Let's see if these will glow without a strum. Yeah, they're going to glow perfectly without a strum. Not a one hot spot. Just spaced coil delightfulness. Maybe there's a hot spot under there. It's not. They're not. They're gone. You know, these coils look like shit in here, phrasing. I'm calling this out myself. This is unacceptable. If this was not a stream, I would be ashamed of myself. But it's a stream, so it's like, okay, well, it's kind of passable for right now. Just rest assured that if this wasn't live streaming right now, I would probably spend more time, you know, adding a wrap to both of these coils so that they could go in there without being spaced and without looking too wonky. But the screws coming from the side, they wonk up the coil. They're glowing good. You're not sold? Drip Theory, you're not sold? Let's grab... Should we grab the cotton bits? No, let's do like proper... What are these, 3mm coils? Yeah, let me grab some. Okay. Oh, my closet's broken. Fuck. Okay. Great. That's great. Oh no, it's not the closet. It's a box. Okay. Sorry, hang on. I just had to get cotton. CODDON. Where did my lo-fi chilled beats go? Where'd they go? Okay. Don't look at the wad. Face the wad. Face your fears. Oh, God. It's the wad. You'll love to see it. They look beautiful, Clark. You know, they're passable. They're passable. They'll certainly vape, you know. I'm just not gonna have the highest of expectations. This is yeah. Maybe it'll look more appealing with cotton through the wicks, right? Oh yeah, now that's looking like a proper vape. Now that's looking like a proper vape. They're coils, I guess. Ern. They are, you're right. That's accurate. Did you get home safe, Ern? I mean, that's a choice. Perfect, dude. Like it's 2017. Nobody even know. We'll just jam the wad. Jam the wad back in the hole. That's what she said. I don't know. I'm just gonna, off the deck a little. Yep. Yep. See, I still want to do the same thing with 2-post RDAs that I've always done that people gave me shit for. And that is to push the wicks into the center of the RDA. Like, I push my wicks to the middle. I tuck them under and then jam them in the middle so that when I drip through the middle, at least some of the wicks are getting wet. And people always gave me a hard time about that. You're a bunch of jerks. Okay, let's at least try to do some hot dripping action, Maybe on this prettier side. Oh yeah, this is going to be great. I wish I had like a throwbacky flavor, I wish I had some POA. Oh, I do have some POA. That's right. That's right. It's down to like the last little third of the bottle. Hey, it's kind of still tasting like POA. See if I drip through the middle. Oh. I like that the cotton's in the way and that the camera's focusing on that. Rough. This is a rough go, you guys. This is a rough go. But the lesson is you can't taste wonk. I think that's ultimately the lesson of my life. You can't taste wonk. It might look dumb, but it works. And the old saying goes, if it looks dumb and it works, it's not dumb. Ready for it? You saw it happen. Oh, they're sizzling. We got a set of sizzlers here. What did these end up at? A 0.12. No crackle per se. I should have checked the tolerances of like the cap and stuff like that. I didn't even think about it. I forgot that this has an internal AFC. And the largest holes known to man. Like, look at this. Look at those airflow holes. That's just wide open. I can close them. Or at least close the top one. Is that all that closes? I guess it is just the top, huh? This isn't upside down, is it? Oh, it is. It was upside down. Why didn't anybody tell me? It's because there's no notches and tabs. Because it's so wildly old school. But still, that's the holes. And now I can close the whole thing off. Just the bottom. Just the top. Just like half the bottom if I wanted to. We're going to go full open first. First, full open. Yeah, exactly, Trey. With the cap on, perfect build, bro. Can't even tell. Can't even see any wonk happening. Cheers, dude. You know, it's the Mason 24mm Gemini Series 2 in stainless steel. No resistance on that air. No resistance. Just like breathing. Felt like I just went just out of the air. Nothing. Nothing. I mean, it's cloudy as fuck, but the flavor is non-existent. We're going to try 100 watts here. I'm going to try 100 watts with this airflow wide open. You know, this came from a time when flavor wasn't the most critical part. That's all I can say. This is from a time of all that matters is cloud chasing. All that matters is cloud chasing. Yeah, just air. Like I just went. That's what this vaping feels like. I know that this is pony on acid, and there's little hints that this is pony on acid, but it mostly just tastes like hot air. I don't get any sweetness. I don't get any like strawberry, pineapple, tropicalness that I usually get from pony on acid. This is air. This is air vape. And I just want to prove that I'm not no puss. That's 100 watts, okay? You want to go higher? Look, I can go higher. 110? You didn't see that coming tonight, did you? All I get is the throatiness from the pony on acid, which is the good throatiness. It doesn't really taste like anything. Needs more air. Yeah, I was going to space the coils more. Crank it to 150. Don't tempt me with a good time. Actually, I don't know if I could do 150 watts. Maybe. Let's try it. This is, if I can vape this is the hottest I've ever vaped. This is the most wattage I think I've ever willingly vaped. All right, this is directly for Justice for Living Room Couch Guy. 0.12, 150. Whoa. I'm going to cough. I just want you guys to know I'm going to cough. Nope. It's just hotter. It's not any flavorfuller. Flavorfuller? It's not any more flavorful. It's just hotter. No more sweetness, no more flavor, nothing. All that's getting destroyed at 150 watts. It's just hot. Hot. Just hot. All right, let's go back down to 100 watts. 100 watts, and I'm going to close off the top airflow. We're just going to go straight under grundle. Just the bottom. Focus. She said focus. Just the bottom. Just the big square. The real big square. Yeah, you know, it's not any more flavor. It's like the slightest bit more flavor. Very slightly tastes like pony on acid now. Little bit more flavor. Little bit more flavor. I bet if I closed down the bottom one halfway, though, and we did this, that might be more flavor, right? Try to close it down all the way. We're still going to run it at 100 watts. Close it down that far. See if the flavor really comes out. This is the Mason flavorless RDA. But again, I feel like this came out at a time when flavor didn't really matter. There was a time in vaping, believe it or not, where we didn't really think about pungent, strong flavor. It was just about clouds. It was just about clouds. What was this called? The Gemini? Oh, here we go. Hang on, sorry. Hazy, old Hazy, reviewed this 9 years ago. Vaporgate Mason 24. This thing is amazing. Comes in a 30 millimeter version. Love the looks as well as the performance. Yep, as well as the performance. Hands down my favorite RDA so far. Hard to find in Canada, so please, if you see this, finally let me know. Yeah. Praises the performance, praises the visuals and the performance. Love the way it looks as well as the performance. Not flavor, though. Not flavor.
You will have your tank here.
9 years ago. 9 years ago. That's wild. That's wild that it was that this RDA is 9 years old. No flavor. There's no flavor. This kind of sucks. Kind of sucks. No flavor. Hot clouds. That's all I get. I shouldn't even be putting more pony on acid in here because this flavor is too good to be just dumping in a Mason. What a weird experience. Just a mouthful of nothing. Just a mouthful of warm vapor with no flavor. Yeah, I've heard of people switching to no flavor vapes. Oh, what? 30 millimeter recoil? Who said that? I didn't say that. It's nothing. It's zero. I feel like I want to pass this along and give it away to someone so they can... I'll leave my sick build in there. I'll leave my hella sick build in there. This might end up going in the big box of bad, too. Big box of bad. It's going to happen. All right, Mason. Well, listen, Mason, we had fun while it lasted. It was fun while it lasted, but the lack of flavor is really cruddy. And Velocity Dex. Why? Why Velocity Dex? Why? Why Velocity Dex? Hang on. I definitely need to hydrate. It's been a little bit too long. The Unknown Goat, Paul Cole. Appreciate you. The Unknown Goat, Jeremy M. Bagpipes, Paul Cole. Joker, Unknown Goat. DSAP, Unknown Goat. Silk Pump. Enoch. Tre. Let me see them sugar emojis. Tre. We got Birdman. We got Paul Cole. Let's hydrate. Let's hydrate real quick with Squid. Squid. Hard to keep up with Squid. Hard to keep up with Sid. You do vape PGVG with a dash of sweetener sometimes? I could see that. I could absolutely see that. Especially if you're done with nicotine, or if you're almost done with nicotine, and I'll say it again. I may or may not be playing GrimmGreen's copy of the new Mariachi El Bronx record. What? It's great. I wasn't hip to Mariachi El Bronx until like, it was like 2020, bro. Maybe even later than that. But they're one of the bands that you just go, well, where has this been my whole life? I think next, unfortunately, for Marty McCary. How we doing on time? Running long? Great. Okay, you guys, listen. I've got a little bit of news and or advocacy for you tonight. The first thing I wanted to mention was something that has been sitting in my bookmarks. I got a burp coming. It's a burp that feels like barf. Marky boy. Oh, don't even trip, dog. Don't even trip. Yeah. Oh, the Lundworm. We still have it here. We still got the Lundworm sitting on top of the MTVD. In fact, I think we also have. Did I save my favorite comment of the week? Yeah, there it is. Cloud chase your local law enforcement. But yeah, we got the Lundworm. We got it. Marky, appreciate ya. Okay, here's the thing. This was news on December 23rd, 2025. Has anybody seen anything about this literally anywhere? But Contemporary Pediatrics put out a piece December 23rd, 2025. Teen substance use remains historically low in 2025 with stability across most drugs. They talk about everything in this. They talk about cannabis. They talk about much different drugs as well, illicit substances, energy drinks. They talk about alcohol use. They talk about vaping. Literally everything's down. Young people just straight up aren't doing anything. They're not drinking. They're not smoking cigarettes. They're not vaping anymore. They're not using any illicit substances. They're not using THC. It's all down across the board. And this is all really incredible news, but it kind of ruins we constantly have to protect the kids narrative a little bit. Well, we got to protect the kids from fentanyl, these Venezuelan drug lords are bringing fentanyl into our country and killing our children. Well, no, not if you look at the CDC monitoring the future data. They're not doing anything. Literally everything is down. Abstinence from cannabis, alcohol, and nicotine in the past 30 days remained high across all grades. Abstinence. 91% resorted abstaining, compared with 82% of 10th graders and 66% of 12th graders abstaining from everything. No booze, no weed, no alcohol, no nothing, no vapes, no nothing. I feel like this is all really good news. One notable exception, overall stability with daily consumption, was energy drinks and energy shots. In the past 30 days, it was reported that 18% of 8th graders, 20% of 10th graders, and 23% of 12th graders. Among 10th graders, this represented a statistically significant increase from 17% in 2024. Okay, so maybe they're drinking more energy drinks. Maybe they're drinking more Monster Energies, energy shots, but I read through this with my mind blown because it feels like we're always saving the kids from something, right? And it can be used as an excuse, like propped up as an excuse for anything. to take away anything, to take away alcohol, to take away any of the things that adults love. It's encouraging that adolescent drug use overall remains relatively low and that so many teens choose no drugs at all. Yeah, great. This is all good news. So why are we still doing this whole song and dance of trying to protect the kids from adult products that are not intended or legal for them in any way? We have no problem treading on the freedoms and liberties of adults for the sake of the kids, but it seems as though the kids are fine. Seems as though the kids are fine. Well, I don't know. Keep saving the kids, though. Let's keep saving the kids. Let's keep saving the kids. Oh yeah, this. You know, I still like Twitter X. I know. I say that a lot. It's where I want to be. It's where things happen. It's where I argue with people. It's where I argue with bots. It's where I leave barf gifs on AI slop videos that are in my feed, which just means that it serves more AI videos in my feed. So it's kind of this, vicious cycle. But if there's one thing I really like about Twitter X, it's community notes. Don't you just love community notes? We had some community notes last week, for sure. We had, the government being untruthful? What? This is new. This is a new development. Yeah, Johnny Launch Bucket, that's the part that kills me. And Campaign for Tobacco Free Kids, they say the same thing. They're like, oh, youth smoking is at an all-time low. Youth vaping is at an all-time low. That must be because of what we've been doing. This proves how successful Campaign for Tobacco Free Kids is in getting kids to quit smoking cigarettes. I guarantee you that Campaign for Tobacco Free Kids had nothing to do with the lowest smoking rates that we've ever seen in the United States. And it all had to do with less harmful nicotine products like vapes and pouches. 1,000%. That's the part that upsets me the most. And it's not just NGOs and orgs that do it. It is the government themselves do that. They go, oh, look, our overbearing, far-reaching laws must be working. No. This is Nick Cage and people falling in a pool and dying. Correlation isn't causation. And it's wild to me that people are taking credit for things that had nothing to do with them. Literally nothing to do with them. Campaign for Tobacco Free Kids is the biggest offender. World Health Organization, also the world's biggest offender. Oh, this isn't just World Health. This is the World Health FCTC. This is the World Health Organization's Framework Convention on Tobacco Control. This is it. This is the biggest tobacco controllers in the world. Myth versus facts start now. Plain packaging infringes on intellectual property rights and increases illicit trade. Facts. Courts and tribunals worldwide reject these claims. Oh, okay. Australia, 2012. No increase in illicit trade. It remains around 3%. I can't imagine a more just hanging out there, all pink and naked lie from the World Health Organization. Illicit cigarettes in Australia, it's fine. It's fine. It still just remains around 3%. Huh. Oh, okay. I thought it was much worse than that. Everything I see on the news shows me that it's much worse than that. The daily tobacconist fire bombings kind of show me that maybe it's a little bit worse than that, World Health Organization, that it's not just around 3%. Uruguay, okay. Tobacco industry lost a lawsuit after the president signed a plain packaging law. Global legal challenges, attempts in Australia, UK, France, Norway, and at the WTO were rejected. Okay. The tobacco industry spreads fear to oppose plain packaging, claiming trademark violations, threats of increased smuggling. Plain packaging is legal, evidence-based, and does not fuel illicit trade. didn't happen in Australia. It's not happening anywhere. Oh, wait, hang on. There's a community note down here. This post claims that Australia's illicit tobacco trade remains around 3%, is outdated. Recent estimates put it at 50 to 60%, driven mainly by high taxes. Per official 2024-2025 reporting, legal rejections of industry IP claims are accurate. Oh, fascinating. So they just, lied to confuse people, to make themselves look good. This is a case of our plain packaging laws are what is good. Except we have to lie to make them seem good. These ideas can't win on their own, so we have to lie about it. Yeah, Australia leaves the chat. The audacity of the World Health Organization to get up there and say that Australian illicit tobacco remains right around 3%. Maybe in 2012, I doubt it, but maybe in 2012 it was around 3% before the advent of, vaping, where everybody started quitting smoking, so they made vaping illegal. And now, at least according to the government of the government of Australia and this New York Times, there you go, remains at between 50 and 60%. World Health Organization, you liars. You liars. And I don't know if anybody remembers what I said a couple of weeks ago, but the point of lying and the point of all of the misinformation and disinformation isn't at all to make you believe the lie. It's to make you believe nothing. It's to make you believe nobody. It's to make you believe no authority, no science, no consensus. Everything is skeptical now. You're sketchy on everything. That's not a way to live. There needs to be objective truth. There needs to be objective reality. It's the 6 and the 9 on the ground. Have I told this story before? It's all political theater. It's at the 6 and the 9 on the ground. If two people are walking in opposite directions and on the ground in front of them, a number is painted. And the guy coming from this direction goes, oh, look, that's a 9. And the guy coming from the other direction goes, no, that's clearly a 6. They could sit there and argue till they're blue in the face about what they interpret it to be, but there's still objective truth because the person who wrote the number knows whether it's a 6 or a 9. So objective truth, despite two parties arguing with each other about the same thing, objective truth in that situation still exists. And that's what matters. Not being right, being truthful, being factual matters more than being correct. Makes me insane. Makes me insane. Let's get old Marty up here. Should we use this one? Let's use both. Marty, shut up. Shut the hell up, bro. You suck at this, and you suck at your job. The FDA recently had a round table, and as the title of this vlog says, it was just bullshit. Sorry for the obscenity. Sorry, Mini Meat. It was a joke. It was just a joke. Just a complete hoodwink right over the independent vape industry. They had a roundtable meeting recently, February 10th. The live stream exists. It's 7 hours long, and it's a lot of boring shit. Talking about pharmacology data, talking about toxicological data for hours on end. They discuss things like product standards and manufacturing standards and, like I said, pharmacological data, toxicological data, longitudinal data. It was a 7-hour long stream roundtable to anybody in the American U.S. vape industry that is what they would consider a small business or a small manufacturer. These are basically all of the people that aren't big tobacco that got completely screwed by FDA's extraordinarily cumbersome and ineffective PMTA pathway process. This was the time where industry stakeholders were going to be able to meet with the FDA at a big roundtable meeting, airing of grievances. Here's our problems with the PMTA. What is anybody going to do to fix it? And apparently it was a joke. It was just a straight up joke. Let's read this right now from Tobacco Reporter. The VTA, you guys. The VTA. This joke, Marty, can go away. We'll leave FDA failure, Marty, up there so we can see this a little bit better. The VTA, whom I have some pretty strong feelings about the VTA. I've always had strong feelings about the VTA. There was a video I did years and years ago, probably 2017 timeframe, where I think I was driving to a vape show and I recorded a video in my car and put it on the internet being very skeptical of the VTA because they kind of just came in to our space and started bossing people around and asking manufacturers to join. And I kind of put out a video just being skeptical of the VTA, saying, hey, maybe we should be a little bit skeptical of this organization who claims that they want to help us, claims that they want to save us, claims, that they're going to clear the pathway for us if they get businesses to sign up. I said, maybe we should be a little bit skeptical of this. It's good to know that I was right about that because the VTA, dude, the VTA sucks. The VTA accomplishes nothing. I mean, not nothing, but damn near next to nothing. Feckless, they don't do anything. And apparently they were very disappointed by the lack of progress from the FDA Roundtable. Whoa, I am shocked that the VTA was disappointed. The Vapor Technology Association said it welcomed the chance to participate in a recent roundtable hosted by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration focused on pre-market tobacco product applications. PMTA, submissions, and electronic nicotine delivery system, ENDS. I don't never understand why we can't just call these vapes. The government ruins everything. No. Those are electronic nicotine delivery system. We call them ENDS now. All right. That's what the fuck ever. Calling a meeting opportunity small businesses to engage directly with regulators. In a statement, the VTA director, Tony Aboud, said the industry representatives advocated for more transparency, standard-based regulatory framework that would allow companies to invest in vapor technology and navigate product reviews with cleaner scientific expectations. Aboud said VTA was encouraged by comments from FDA Commissioner Marty McCary, acknowledging the need for predictability in regulatory standards, but expressed frustration that some of the agency officials supported maintaining flexible or undefined scientific benchmarks. So basically, this was FDA, yes, small businesses. If you have less than 300 employees, yes, you should come to this roundtable and we can hash out all this PMTA stuff. And then after all of the airing of grievances, after the industry begs for some sort of regulatory standard, manufacturing standard, FDA just goes, no. Small businesses made it completely clear that they wanted and needed transparent and objective scientific standards governing how vape products should be made and how they should perform, Aboud said. Unfortunately, we were disappointed so many FDA representatives throughout the meeting who either argued for continued scientific ambiguity or complexity rejected standards. Their comments signaled a lack of alignment among FDA leadership and providing clear and predictable scientific standards and guidance for our industry. Yeah, no shit. What do you think was going to happen? What did you think was going to happen at this meeting? Marty McCary was going to go, oh, really? Product standards. Okay, we'll implement that right away. Oh, what's that? Manufacturing standards? Okay, we'll implement that right away, you guys. Thanks for coming to this roundtable. Thank you for airing all your grievances, everything you hate about our processes, everything you hate about our pathways, everything you hate about our organization. We're definitely going to be accommodating for all of your needs And ultimately, the FDA just went, yeah, we're not going to do any of that, right? You guys, we're not going to do any of that, right? We're not going to do any of that. Or benchmarks that would ensure product customer safety. We received no guarantee of additional clarity on the broken and opaque PMTA rule and process, which has been used to prevent access to the products that Americans who smoke want and need to quit smoking deadly cigarettes. The association argued that clear regulatory guidance would align with broader free market principles supported by Donald Trump's policy agenda. Free market? Donald Trump's policy agenda is free markets? Are tariffs part of a free market economy? Free market principles? Tariffs? Anybody? I'll give you the quick answer. No, God, of course not. Tariffs are not part of a free market principle. Tariffs are not. Neither is central planning. Neither is nationalizing the steel industry. That's called Maoism. That's called central planning. That's called communism. So sure, VTA still ride or die with Trump, and I'm not sure exactly what they were expecting, but of course this was going to go poorly. Of course this was going to go poorly. The only other offhand comment I saw was from old Lance Churchill on Twitter X, said something to the effect of, he watched this whole thing. He says, overall, the FDA presentations were just more of the same rigid policies that are in place, and the FDA didn't seem receptive to making changes that would help small businesses. What? After we put all of our faith in Trump and the FDA, they don't actually have any interest in helping small American businesses? Huh. Hang on. This has taken my breath away, and I need to pause for a second and think about this. I can't believe they lied. I can't believe that. A politician lied. Is this really the world we want to live in, where politicians lie? This is new. This is a new development. However, the non-FDA panelists presented a unified front regarding PMTA issues and the failure of the FDA to fix the situation. The panelists were unanimous in asking the FDA to create product standards as opposed to the FDA's behind-the-scenes arbitrary and discriminatory decision-making. I came away slightly optimistic the situation may improve in the near term, as the FDA will probably reduce enforcement activities against small companies with pending PMTAs while it tries to address the issues raised today. This might mean more enforcement discretion for those companies in the interim, or FDA could just decide to ignore what it heard today and move to shut everyone down without marketing granted orders. That also would not surprise me. Nope, Lance, nailed it. This is what FDA was always going to do. This whole roundtable was political theater. Call it regulatory theater if you want. The whole roundtable was, you guys, these independent vapor companies, they're really, let's do a round table, right? And we'll sit there and then we'll listen and we'll nod along and then we'll change nothing. We can just keep doing it and then they'll feel heard and then we can just keep doing all the awful shit we've been doing. We can keep this cronyism up and make sure all of our good friends in big tobacco, they get the most share of the market. We're going to approve their products first. We're going to make sure all our friends get taken care of before any dumb fucking American businesses, small American businesses. Ew. Marty McCary should resign. I don't know. Burn it down. Gut the FDA completely from top to bottom. Marty McCary should resign. Marty McCary's been a failure, abject failure. Marty McCary should resign. Lip service. That's all we got. Was lip service. And now, the last thing I wanted to mention, now that we're running a little bit long, how do we feel about trustworthy data from Big Tobacco. Honestly, bro, first of all, fuck Big Tobacco into the ground eternally with a rusty sort of rod, like a rusty piece of rebar. Fuck Big Tobacco. But I kind of trust their numbers a lot more than I trust government data at this point. So Altria, nicotine consumers have shifted meaningfully towards smoke-free products. Ha! Of the 55 million U.S. nicotine consumers, we now estimate that more than half use a smoke-free product and more than 1/3 use them exclusively. These dynamics have created an unprecedented opportunity from our business. We believe we have the potential to both advance harm reduction and extend Altria's historic track record of creating long-term value. We continue to evolve our business and capabilities to capture these opportunities and lead the U.S. nicotine space. Here's the thing, Altria, you don't need to evolve your business or capabilities to lead the U.S. nicotine space. You guys have friends at Big Tobacco who will just checkmark yes on everything you give them. Altria presenting as though they're a competitor in this space is comical to me because they're not. They just were the recipients of cronyism. They were just the recipients of the FDA going, yeah, sure. Well, of course you guys. Altria, don't even trip. Of course your shit will be approved. Of course it will. These small American manufacturers, though, nope, not a chance. But Altria, yeah, of course. And then we got this chart here. Combustible only in 2020, 33%. No, that's down. Combustible dual use here in the purple, that's up. That's a good thing. Look at this, smoke-free only, 19% right there. This is all good things. These are all people quitting smoking lethal cigarettes that Altria continues to sell while trying to also take over the U.S. nicotine space completely. So, sure, I trust their numbers, but also F Big Tobacco. Also F them. And F the FDA and F Marty McCary while we're at it. In fact,
F the FDA. F the FDA. F the FDA.
Yeah, you said it. F the FDA, F the Roundtable, F the political theater, F the lip service. My God. Don't worry, you guys. He's going to save flavored vaping. Pretty sure Trump's going to save flavored vaping. Don't worry, you guys. He's going to do it. It's just 12D chess that you don't understand. He appointed Marty McCary to save flavored vaping, you guys. Well, if you believe that, then I don't feel bad for you. Let's ditch the news. We're done with the news, you guys. We're done with the news. I'll put links all over the place. Every description where this video is, whether it's on Twitter X or Twitch or YouTube or GrimmGreen.com, there will be timestamps and links below all of them. Yeah, well, and what I've noticed, Johnny Lunchbucket, is I hate becoming this guy, but there's a lot of people in the vape space, people that I would consider advocates, who have a monetary investment in Altria. So they want Altria to do well because if Zyn does well, then that means they do well in their little tobacco portfolios. It's fascinating to watch people mutate their cause because they have a vested interest in it now. Ultimately what this comes down to is I don't really trust any vape advocates anymore. I don't really trust anybody anymore. I don't trust any vape advocates anymore. It's like there's a few. Lance is one of them. Lance is a guy I trust. He has really good takes on stuff. But you can tell some other people have been tweeting exclusively about Zyns, exclusively about pouches, exclusively about Altria. Where do you think I found that tweet from? I don't follow Altria. That was a vape advocate with a vested interest in Zyns posting that information from Altria. So, with that said, let's move on. Let's get out of news. Let's sing happy birthday. Let's lighten the mood a little bit. I'm done being mad at FDA. He's going to save vaping, you guys. Trust me. It's going to happen. I got some birthdays here. I got Tim, Dustifolk, Mini Meat, K-Stereo's daughter and granddaughter. Yeah, do crimes, be a criminal, vape. That's the most rebellious thing I could possibly think to do right now is hobbyist nicotine vaping. That is pure straight up rebellion. Hang on, I'll be right back. Hang on, let me be right back. Heyo! Happy birthday, you guys. Happy birthday. Sellouts? Just say it. Sellouts. No. It's like... I guess kind of a little bit. It is a weird stance to take that... I support big tobacco going to harm reduction. I support big tobacco using Zyn pouches. That's not the part that upsets me. The part that upsets me is someone who was once anti-big tobacco investing in big tobacco and then supporting an administration that will help big tobacco crush the vapor industry so I can have more money. It feels like some vape advocates with a monetary interest in Altria don't really care if the American vape industry dies or not. They used to have, principles. They used to care about the American independent vapor industry. But now that you're in this position where it's like, well, I'll be fine if the vape industry dies because I have money invested in Altria and their pouches. So if this administration helps Altria, then that's a good thing for my wallet. It would be really bad for the vape industry, but it would be really good for my wallet. I don't see much integrity right there. Just don't. Sorry, not sorry at all. Just don't see much integrity there. Happy birthday, you guys. Happy birthday to the birthday people. Let's sing happy birthday. I always say this. I'm a big fan of birthdays. I always felt like my birthday was celebrated. When I was a kid, I felt special on my birthdays. I was like, oh, it's my birthday and people are happy and I get cake and then I get some gifts and all my friends are here and this is fun. And so I think it's important to keep that vibe going. And I won't even mention the depressing part. I want Marky boy. Did I sing to you anyway? Marky boy. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah, dude. You're 40. Welcome to the club. Here's the thing, dude. I like getting older. I have no desire to be young again. I don't want to look young again. I don't want to be young again, because when I was young, I was stupid and didn't appreciate things the way that I can now. As a grown-ass adult, knocking on 50 years old now, I appreciate things on such a different, deeper level than I did when I was young. And I appreciate more things now on different, deeper levels than I did when I was young. And that's something to celebrate, you know? I think that's a really good, I think that's a really good thing. Anna 1, Anna 2, Anna, oh, I'm sorry, Ern. Here, I'll add you to the birthday list just so we can sing you happy birthday tonight. Cheer you up a little bit. Yeah, dude. Brett, youth is wasted on the young. That's something that I never thought about, like didn't click in my head until I was suddenly not young, you know, and I'm in my late 30s and I'm like, oh, okay, well, we're creeping up on 40 here. And then now I'm in my late 40s. I look back and I go, you guys don't deserve youth. You guys don't deserve youth. You can't possibly appreciate it. You can't possibly appreciate it the way that I could. Anna 1, Anna 2, Anna, please. Mackenzie in Georgia. Mackenzie in Georgia. Why did I start Georgia with a J? Oh, everybody, if you sing happy with me, it makes me feel a lot better. Happy birthday to you guys. Happy birthday, more specifically to them. Happy birthday, dear Original Recipe Tim. Also Mini Meat. Also Dusty Folk. Also K-Stereo's daughter and granddaughter, Mackenzie and Georgia. Also Marky Boy turning 40. And lastly, Ern, because he didn't have a good birthdays when he was a kid, so we're singing him happy birthday now. Ern. Happy birthday to you. Hell yeah, dude. You know what to do. Skip around the room. Skip around the room. You know what to do. You skip around the room. Skip around the room. Skip around the room. You know what to do. You skip around the room. Skip around the room. Skip around the room. You know what to do. Skip around the room. Skip around the mother truckin' room.
Skip around the fucking room. Skip around the fucking room. Skip around the fucking room.
Sorry, Mini Meat. I didn't mean for obscenities to be in your birthday song, Mini Meat, but you know, that's funny, right? That's funny, right? That's funny. Yeah, happy birthday to the birthday people. Skip around the room, Marky Boy. Happy birthday. Turning 40 ain't no thing, bro. Don't even trip, dog. I turned 40 on an airplane. Didn't even matter. You know, here's the depressing part about birthdays that I feel obligated to mention, and that is, you know, when you turn 40, or like I'm about to turn 49, I've already completed my 49th year. Technically, when I turn 49, I'm starting my 50th year. That makes birthdays a little bit more depressing, but I'm just not going to think about that. Let's just not think about that. Let's just not think about that right now. Let's instead, I do have a little bit of it. I do got a little bit. Let's go. Whoa! Almost didn't make it back in time. This isn't mail. I just found this, threw it in the mailbox. Anybody use Puffwicks? Bolt Clouds? No? All right. Addie? Toonie? What? The tune? The tune? Ooh. Hey! Whoa. Oh, this is oh, we got a I think we got a retro vape here, dude. We got a retro vape and a bottle of liquid. I don't know if I've ever tried this. Have I ever tried this? Have I ever tried the Morph tank? The e-ciggity Morph? I don't think so. I do not think so. Hang on, there's some literature, and I'm going to read this whole thing. Oh, I miss you guys. I'm doing well. I'm still into the hobby side of vaping. Nice. Tweaking airflows. Came upon a couple of these Morph tanks. I modded one into a 1.7 millimeter airflow along with the barrel and chimney. Yeah, unsurprised. Addy Tooney modding stuff. So much of a dual twisted fuse. Oh, it's pre-built. I thought you might like it. So I made a twin. I'm running mine on an Aria 22 millimeter mech. Dude, that's rad. I appreciate you, Addy Tooney. Seems like Addy Tooney's keeping to himself these days, and that's a thing that's allowed as far as I know. But all right, this is a modified. He didn't say anything about the liquid. What is this? Oh, this is the Fruit Fusion. Okay, this is the liquid he's been mixing. Fruit Fusion, 2 milligram grape mint. Grape mint. Grape and mints. You know what that means. I don't know. It could be good. Could be delicious. But he said he modified, heat treated. He said he modified this EH Pro. Oh, it is like, it's wicked. It is wet and everything. Dude, we could just vape this right now. Should we just vape this right now? Okay, no, I don't want to vape this right now. I mean, we could. Oh, it's an RDL banger. I think this was intended to be an MTL banger, but it became an RDL banger. Designed by EH Pro e-ciggity. I haven't heard the name EH Pro in a really long time. Should we vape it? Hang on. Let me grab something. I'll vape it. This? Perhaps maybe this instead? I feel like this might be able to work on the corporate boardroom. Should I put liquid in it? I don't think it's a top fill. Nope, that ain't a top fill, baby. That ain't no top fill. So I guess it's a bottom fill? Yeah, it has to be. But how do you... All right. I see, this is why I don't know anything about this RTA. But I'm assuming this is the liquid in it. So I'm just going to put some liquid in this bottle. Fruit Fusion. The Tooney Fusion. Here, I remember this. Oh, that actually smells pretty rad. Oh! I'm leaking. Huh? This feels like a heavy VG liquid. Oops. Got a little carried away there. I feel like I'm just continuously filling this and the liquid's going nowhere. It just looks like it's disappearing. I don't know if this is how you do it. Am I doing this wrong? This is very serious business, Marky Boy. I have to concentrate. I haven't had a bottom fill RTA in a minute. I don't even know if this is actually how it fills, but feel. All right. It's a 0.47 single coil, 3.4 volts. See, this is why I can't have nice things. Everything's a mess. My armpits are sweating, I think. Maybe it's time to leave the... Oh, yeah, there we go. Represent Steel Valley. Shout out Steel Valley. All right, let's try this thing. Pow. Courtesy of the Toonie, the one and only. Cheers. Dude, that's a nice little vape right there. Super restricted direct lung, 1.7 millimeters. The liquid's not bad. The liquid's pretty okay. I feel like this is the freshest mix of a liquid ever. Like it just got mixed. It doesn't have a whole lot of intense flavor to it. It feels very VG heavy. This modified restricted direct lung is nice and smooth. Wicked smooth. Wicked smooth. This flavor, here's the thing. It's a little chapsticky. Sometimes VG heavy liquids get chapsticky on me, and I think this is a little chapsticky. Thank you. I appreciate that, Advocate for Liberty. Tim too. The second Tim. Ditto, obviously, ditto. Dude, that's a rad little banger. It's a little bit minty. Yeah, it's like grape. Yeah, it's grape mint. He said fruit fusion. It's a grape mint. This is a grape mint. It's not like purple slush or grape god or anything like that. It's lightly, it's more like grape gum. All right. Well, nicely done. Hey, we're off to a pretty good start. Let's do this. What? This is a face meat. I didn't know this was a face meat. I had no idea that this is a face meat. Here's the thing. I know something that's already in here probably. Freaking meat. Oh. Face meat, you're one in a million. You're one in a million. Nick, enjoy the liquid and the Mazapan. Immediately stoked. The towels are a replacement for that disgusting red rag that hangs from the armrest of your office chair. Please don't throw the red towel in the trash. It must be burned. Also, the tags on the green towel say, surprise pie. XO, face meat. Mini meat is proud of you. Oh, that hits. That goes a long way. What do you mean? What do you mean? This isn't that gross. It's pretty gross. It's actually pretty foul. And it smells not great. It smells like a combination of every e-liquid I've ever vaped and beer. Yeah, maybe we should throw that away. But this is it's my chair. It's my chair rag. This is where does no other vapors do that? Oh, shut up. Shut your face. Chocolate mazapans. And I say it like such a gringo. Mazapan. It's grossing face meat out already. All right, well, we got some mazapans. What even is this? I want to eat this. Guava candy roll? Guava roll candy? What even is this, face meat? Guava roll candy. Moldina. Guava roll candy? Okay, I'm in immediately. And wait for it. Tepache. I can vape Tepache again. Cheese your guava jelly and Tepache. I was down to the last little droplets of Tepache, bro. That was my summer road trip vape, and it immediately makes me nostalgic for my summer road trip. And look at this cool face meat. You should be doing metal logos for the yo-yoys. Look at that text. Look at that punk rock text. That's punk rock text for days. Tepache's delicious. And I mean, cheese your guava jelly, that's a whole other level of guava. It's guava. Do not throw the towel away. I'll take it. You really want this disgusting red purge towel? I will send it to you. It is horrific. It's horrific. I used to, this has an eyelet on it, and at vape shows, I would clip this to my keys right here. So I'd walk around vape shows with a rag hanging from me, because at vape shows, you never know when things are going to constantly be messy. You never know when your shit's going to leak, or, when you have to clean something up. Oh, okay. Well, look, yeah, these towels are probably way nicer, way better than my towel. Surprise pie. Do you see it says surprise pie right there? Surprise pie. All right, well, here, we'll do an official ceremony, I guess. Grab one of these. I mean, I guess. You really got to test them. Yeah. All right, well, you're going to go possibly to Ray Buildable so he can be grossed out by you. But I feel like this is a monumental changing of the towel right now. We're green now. It's green. Green towel time. And the rest of these, they'll get used. Fucking A, face meat. Thank you, face meat. That's cool as hell. You're cool. You're cool. That's how I would describe you. Like, what do you think of face meat? Awesome. Cool. Like a cool person. Like, when I think of a cool person, I think of face meat. Cool. It's just cool. No idea. Possibly Chinese products. They're in the Chinese New Year's happening now or soon or something like that. So those towels are going to get lost in the vape closet. Yeah, but that's probably true. But that means that I'll get to find them later, you know, when this towel inevitably turns into a putrid pile. That means I'll get to find those towels and go, oh, yeah, face meat. I forgot about those towels. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. And it'll be the whole cool thing all over again. Oh, shit. Let's go. Oh, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Don't love this packaging, but Blaze, that's an MTL RTA, 22 millimeters. Okay, wait. Okay, I'm going to keep the limited edition stainless steel 316 one for myself. These three, you know, that's what Boosh boxes are for. I just want to take a quick look at this. Do we have time? We're running out of time? 3 hours? All right. We got time. In a half hour, we can do this. We can do a liquid tasting. We can do bands. Busting. Whoa. Oh, it's a both. It's a bothy. It's a both. First of all, slick looking RTA. Clean lines. Look at that. Little Ultem at the bottom, Ultem at the top. Super clean. Oh, I love this already. What? Oh, that's the airflow. Oh my God. Wait, so does that mean... That's the airflow. Whoa, and there's pins in the bottom. Is there pins? Can I take that pin out of there? Can I unthread that out? Okay, I don't want to get into this all right now. Whoa. Okay. There's some parts in here like this. I'm not quite sure. There's restricted direct lung pins, mouth to lung pins. And then there's a pin at the bottom that kind of looks a little meshy. Does this kind of look a little meshy? Think I can pop that out of there? It's got like the faux post on one side, but I think I can swap that faux post out with this post and then use the pins. I'm fascinated by this. Fascinated. I love a mouth to lung. Love it. Love it. Kind of bummed that, never mind. I'm not even going to say that. I'm not even going to say I'm bummed. I'm not even going to say anything. That's cool. That's a cool airflow adjustment. That could even be a mouth to lung as it is right now. Dude, okay, Tuesday, Fiddle Day. Fiddle Day, we're doing the Blaze, MTL RTA, can't wait. Thank you, Thundercloud. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Mike, for releasing a sick new mouth-to-lung RTA. I mean, look, so far so good. I still have to vape it. But, dude, stoked. Yeah, it's a mic. My vapes. What's up, peeps? My vapes here. My vapes here. It just becomes one word. My vapes here. Just one word. And there's a Y in there, believe it or not. My vapes here. What's up, peeps? My vapes here. My vapes here. Fucking, how do you not love Mike vapes? How do you not love Mike? All right, sick. Mouth to lung. Dude, we got Mazapan, a guava roll candy, the mouth to lung Blaze, cheese or guava jelly, tapache. Awesome. Addy Toonie? We got a Toonie tank and a Toonie liquid? Little chapsticky, little chapsticky. The mongrel deck? Well, yeah, I guess it's a little mongrel-y. Balls, you've been having trouble wicking this? Have you really? I didn't even think about, the wickingness of it. It's a little K-funny. It's GTA style, so the deck's raised up a little bit. Interesting. Well, I'm going to give it a go. I'm going to give it a go on Tuesday. In fact, we might just do Mouth to Lung Tuesday. We might just do a full-on Mouth to Lung Tuesday. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, dude. I take back the bad things I said about the packaging. I just wish it was, I don't know. I specifically wanted the recoil packaging to be sick, and this is, this isn't not sick, but it's also, fancy packaging is kind of unimportant. Here's the thing. As long as it vapes good. Oh, and that's the stainless steel 316 version too. This is good. This gives me hope. If this RTA does well and Thundercloud realizes that there's a market, like a demand for mouth-to-lung RTAs, they might finally let me do my mouth-to-lung RTA. So that's why that gives me hope. Boom. Now, what we need to do is... I don't have anything wicked up, damn it. All right, I have to grab something to wick it up, but we're going to move right along. Yep, we're doing a full Mouth to Tuesday. That's my favorite. Mouth to Tuesday. Mouth to Tuesday. Well said, Breeze Tones. Well said. Mouth to Tuesday. We're going to leave that there. I think we're winding, we're getting down here, and it's time to very randomly and democratically, I might add. I mean, with the inclusion of oligarchs, so like U.S. democracy. Time for a very random liquid tasting. Shirts off in the pit. Shirts off in the pit. This is going to be an interesting one tonight. This will be an interesting one. I found a bottle. I found two bottles. Whoops. Found two bottles that I might want to, go for. So I'm going to put a new poll in the chat right now. All right. Okay. 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 I guess I was in a vibe today when I was picking out these liquids. They're all kind of similar flavor profiles. All right. Here's the thing. 3-minute poll is in the chat. Let me turn on voting music. We might be able to work something out, Ray. We might be able to work out an interesting trade, perhaps. I'm down for trading. I don't care for money. I don't want to charge you, and I don't want to, I don't care much for money, but an interesting trade would be interesting because it would be interesting. Here's the poll. First things first. Britannia custard. Britannia custard. We also have a JMW vanilla rum custard. We also got that Vape Punks, still hanging in there, Vape Punks, Pearberry. We also have a Lady Liberty butter rum coffee shake, or an FDH. This is platform 9 7/8. This is a butterscotch brew. A butterscotch brew. So while you guys are voting, I'm going to grab an RDA. Good choices. It's going to be on last week's retro. I got to wick this fast. Hammer of God. Hammer of God. Shorted atomizer. All right. Nicely done, Vapors Cloud. Why does it give me a wattage readout and then tell me that it's, or why does it give me a resistance readout and then tell me that it's shorted? You should be able to fire down this low, dude. Nope. Shorted atomizer. All right. Fuck you. Bullshit fucking Vapors Cloud nonsense. Sorry. This leaning tree gets the most use out of any. Oh, vanilla rum custard and butter rum coffee shake are actually fighting it out, duking it out. Duking it. Whoops. No, just because it was a 0.1. That's good to know that the Vapors Cloud Hammer of God Dual 18650 won't fire a 0.1. Oh, butter rum coffee shake overtook vanilla rum custard at the very last second. Pearberry, I don't know, maybe we'll see you on Tuesday. I'm not sure where you're going to end up. But I found it. I found this bottle. Oh, and it'll be back. Very similar flavor profiles, though. I chose a bunch of them. This is butter rum coffee milkshake, 3 milligram, Old Lady Liberty logo, Old Lady Liberty labels. Lady Liberty labels. Sorry, I'm still way behind. I have to wick this. I thought I was faster, but I ain't. Don't look at the wad. Yeah, exactly, Ben. It's okay. Pearberry will get a second life. Pearberry will get a second life on the fiddle. I've gone back to using way too much cotton, and I need to reel it in again. For a while there, I was actually really concerned about my cotton wastage. And maybe it's the lack of a live phrasing that lets me feel like I can get away with stuff. It's like, well, phrasing's not here. I can waste cotton. Yep, except I'll hear about it later, you know. Just because phrasing's not here doesn't mean he's not watching. Look at that beautiful shot. Looks a lot like my other build I did today, doesn't it? Wonky spaced thundercloud coils. Wonky spaced thundercloud coils. You love it. You like my cottoning? What's wrong with it? Besides nothing. Dude, this is great. What are you talking about? Some high quality cottoning. Hot dripping action coming at you now. You got your balls to the wall, baby. I don't know where that came from. Nobody listens to Accept. Okay, I'm gonna flip this around because I like this angle better. And we're gonna do the thing that I love. Ready? Ready? Yeah! Oh, you saw it happen. You saw it happen. This is the, I'm getting some aromas from that liquid already. Pungent aromas. Cool. I didn't even knuckle it yet. Yep, Accept, Wasp, Skid Row. That's my shit. Dale! Skid fucking Row, bro. Sorry, Mini Meat. Damn. Skid Row, bro. Skid Row. I don't know how similar we are in age, Dell. I'm assuming your world's younger than me. But 9th grade, Skid Row's Slave to the Grind came out, and it was all I cared about. It was the best music I'd ever heard in my life. Slave to the grind, get it down and down and down and you know, Sebastian Bach is stuck inside this rubber. Yeah, dude. Skid Row. I'm just another gear in the assembly line. Oh, yeah. Dun-dun-dun. The noose gets tighter. Skid Row. Good. You have good taste. Slave to the Grind. To this day, dude, Slave to the Grind holds up. Holds up. That's right. That's right. Yep. Papa Del. Raised on hair metal. As you should have been. I love hearing that. Raised on the hair metal. Rest in power, King. .11, 80 watts. I haven't even knuckled this yet. Whoa. The rum in that. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna vape this. I'm gonna sit back and vape this, and I'll come back and give you my thoughts. Their guitarist rocks Sully guitars. I was wearing my Sully Guitars shirt yesterday. I remember you walking hand in hand. I remember you. Whoa, whoa. There's not a clunker on Slave to the Grind. I just need to see the track list real quick. I don't think there's a clunker on Slave to the Grind. Yeah, Monkey Business, Slave to the Grind, Quicksand Jesus, Psycho Love. Yeah, Get the Fuck Out. Living on a Chain Gang, Creep Show, in a darkened room. Yeah, all of them till the very end. What a banger of an album. Slave to the Grind. If you're not hip to it, you know, get hip. We're going to leave this right here just because... Actually, we'll shrink this down, make it look like it's on the wall. Okay. I will be right back. Okay. Here's the thing. But this is really good. It's really good. Lady Liberty's just going to get mad at me again. That's fine. I can take it. I can take it because I know I'm right. Butter rum coffee milkshake with a kick. That's the full title. Butter rum coffee milkshake with a kick. This is delicious. What I get from it is this is an Irish coffee. This is an Irish coffee. This tastes like every Irish coffee that I've ever had since the dawn of man. This tastes like the Irish coffees that I get at my favorite spot in San Francisco at the Buena Vista Cafe. These taste like the Irish coffees that my wife makes after Thanksgiving and Christmas. This is an Irish coffee. It's coffee, it's creamy, and I know it says rum, but it really just tastes like an Irish coffee. It tastes like Jameson in a cup of coffee and cream on top that has been dissolving into the coffee, you know? You get that thick, heavy whipping cream on top and it just kind of filters down into the coffee, gets all milky, and then you drink this delicious milky coffee with Jameson in it. That's this. You could call this the Buena Vista, and it would taste like the Irish coffees that I get at the Buena Vista Cafe. Like so much. It's not Yoo-Hoo. I don't get much pumpkin. Oh, there's no pumpkin. Butter rum coffee milkshake. Well, that's good that I don't get pumpkin. It is an Irish coffee. This is an Irish coffee. Dude, it is Irish coffee, Yoo-Hoo. Shh, don't. But here's the thing. I've been vaping this wrong. I put the airflow on single coil mode because I am a moron. Okay, now let's get 2 coils going here. Also, this Seminole RDA still slaps. It tastes like an Irish coffee to me. Yeah, it really does. I don't know if there's any rum or whiskey flavorings in this, but if I read that word rum coffee, my brain is like rum coffee, Irish coffee, JMO coffee. That's what this tastes like. That's what this tastes like. It's got a strong boozy component to it. It's got a strong boozy component to it. Delightful, tasty, rich, not throaty at all. Irish coffee, dude. Irish coffee. It's butter rum like the butter rum Lifesavers. Yeah, this has a boozy component to it. It's Irish coffee. It's Irish coffee. At least right now it's Irish coffee. What I've found sometimes is after the stream, when I keep vaping it, other flavor attributes come out. But right now, this is an Irish coffee. This is an Irish coffee. Punchy Irish coffee. A punchy Irish coffee? Call it Conor McGregor. You can tell me later, Steve-O. I'd actually like to know those things later. Creamy, creamy Irish coffee. Creamy, creamy Irish coffee. Creamy Irish coffee. Yeah, see, I don't get... Do you have this flavor, Frank? You're calling butterscotch? I mean... I can't. All I get is Irish coffee. Irish coffee, Irish coffee, Irish coffee. All right, well, how are we doing on time? Pretty good. 3:27? We've been streaming for 3 hours and 27 minutes already? How did that happen? How did this happen? Oh, okay. Fair enough, Steve-O. Fair enough. Fair enough. U.S. women's hockey team? Hell yeah. This vlog is absolutely dedicated to the U.S. women's hockey team. By a mile. Let's go. Hell yeah, U.S. women's hockey team. I was watching, I don't even remember what the last Olympic event I was watching. The speed skating, the men's speed skating where they go in opposite directions. One team's going this way and one team's going this way, and they match the laps. They cross each other to see who's ahead. It was cool. It was cool. I love speed skating. I love some speed skating. Here's the thing. We're going to run a little bit long, and I'm sorry, but I have to bio break. I have to let the dogs out real quick. It'll be really, really quick. Give me literally 30 seconds to 1 full minute. And I will be right back, and we will get into the best music on the internet. Come on. Hey, here we go. Here we go. I still got to get a new intro for this. That's my bad. Yeah. Yep. There's a good chance that's going to go off again. There's a real good chance that's going to go off again. All right, well, let's get into the best segment of the vlog. Slop intro. Slop. Ah! Love it. Love it. Giving Voldemort vibes. Giving Voldemort. Yeah, he is giving Voldemort. Yeah, that's kind of a cool one. I like it too. I'll put some links down in the description of this video, wherever it is, to all of the featured artists on this here Ern's favorite Ernst Garum bands. But in an attempt to not go over 4 hours, I have literally 2 minutes to end this stream. So let me say a few things. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for making this the best day of the week. It's the best day of the week for me. I say this every week, but I look forward to this time. It's so fun. I like getting mad about news. I like retro vaping. I like mail. I like chit-chatting. I like yammering. I like the bands. I love this shit. And thank you for being truly, such a great chat, and people feel so welcome here when they show up, and that goes such a long way with me. That's the yo-yo tendencies I'm after, man. That's the yo-yo tendencies I'm after. Be kind, be excellent to each other, be excellent to yourselves. That's said my piece. I've said my piece. You can't understand the words? If I can't understand the words, I'm done. You know what? That's a perfectly respectable position to take, Frank. 4 hour mark is the hard stop. Let me take a quick look. Schmurphy's in the living room. Schneeko's right here on the couch or on the dog bed. There's a little Schneeko ball right there. We got a Blaze. We got so much good stuff. Mazapan. I'm just going to gorge myself on Mazapan tonight. There's no way that any of these are surviving the night, face meat. All 4 of these will be getting devoured tonight. Tonight. No questions asked. Not a single question asked. And I think that's all I got. I think that's all I got for this week, you guys. Thank you again. Appreciate you. Love you guys. Be excellent to yourselves. Be excellent to each other. Thank you. Appreciate you, C-Meals. Appreciate you into the ground, bro. Yeah. Be excellent. Don't be a dick. Do crime. Welcome to the new yo-yo catchphrase. Be excellent. Don't be a dick. Do crime. Do crimes. Thank you again, guys. Appreciate you so much. I'll see you here next Thursday. We're going to be here every Thursday for the foreseeable future. We got Fiddles on Tuesday. We got Zelda on Wednesdays. We got vlogs on Thursdays. I'm trying to get more YouTube content. I'm just really far behind, and this is just me yammering. So, 3:59:55. Okay, peace out, you guys. I love you. Bye. It's Yaki. Believes he can fly. We believe in each other.
I believe I could fly. I believe I could touch the sky any time of year. Dun 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 dun. I believe I can fly.